Buddy, and welcome to the classiest place on earth. What a good song to wake up to. I had to go get coffee this morning because I was out, so here I am being basic as fuck. But America runs on Dunkin'! What's up, everybody? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. It snowed so much overnight, and I didn't know it was going to happen. I kind of had an existential crisis this morning because it's been like, 40s and 50 degrees, and, it felt like spring, and now I have a foot of snow, and it's still going. There's so much snow. You can't smell snow without no. You can't spell snow without no. Katie, good lord. I feel frantic. I'm caffeinating. I know, I'm here for it. I don't eat breakfast. This is my breakfast. I don't eat breakfast, man. I've never eaten in the morning. It makes me sick. Ever since I was a kid, I don't know what it is. My mom used to try to force me to eat breakfast because she was like, it's the most important meal of the day. And I was like, yeah, but it makes me want to vomit. So can we stop? I hate it. Coffee is my breakfast. No shit. Oh, I didn't even know they had a sale. I should have checked. We're having snow today. No shit. I was not prepared. Me neither. Literally, like, I woke up and kind of was just going about my morning, went in the kitchen, realized I didn't have any coffee, got kind of depressed. And then I looked out the kitchen window and literally just stopped in my tracks and was like, the fuck? And it's just blizzard. I mean, it's a blizzard outside out of nowhere. Yesterday it was warm. I had to turn the house heat back on. This place is weird. We're having snow today. Yeah. It's like 50 degrees and sunny. That's what it was yesterday. The past 3 days. The past week has been beautiful. Are the poods still abusing you? Yet, she didn't punch me in the face today, but I'm not even kidding you. It's something with my face. I've told you guys this before. Every injury, like every major injury of my life for the most part, is always my face or my head. I don't know why. Horse stepping on my face, running into a wall with braces, and my braces went through my mouth, so on and so forth. My dogs punched me in the face. Like, that's why I'm wearing such heavy makeup. I literally have a black eye on this eye right now. Like, there's all these broken blood vessels along my eyelashes and up my eyeball. It's terrible. It looks like I've been beaten. But then get this. So I'm sleeping last night. It's like 2:30 in the morning. And I don't know what happened because I was asleep. But Zach fucking punched me in the face. And I got a bloody nose in the middle of the night. So on top of my eye hurting really bad, my nose hurts so bad. And I kind of forgot about it. And then woke up in a pool of blood on my pillow and was like, am I dying? Why is it me? Why is it my face? Why is it always my face? And literally last week, he headbutted me in the eye that's fucked up right now on accident. Like, it's all on accident, but it's always my face. I don't understand why I'm always getting hit in the face. He was totally asleep. Because I hit him and I was like, babe, you just punched me in the face. And he was like, what? And I'm like, look at me. And there's blood coming out of my nose. I don't understand why. I just want to live. That's all I want to do. And I have a sinus infection, so it really hurts when people punch me in the face right now. God. The first thing you eat in a day is breakfast. You're breaking the fast. That's true. I mean, technically, I do eat breakfast. I break fast every day, but usually not until like 4 p.m. I just don't eat during the day. It's weird. I never have. Sounds like my youngest. When he was little, every time he fell on his head. That's me. He had stitches in his head 5 times, 4 when he was a child. No shit. I could list off all my injuries, and almost every single one is my face. Like, when I was 3 years old, I got my face stuck on old barbed wire in the woods and had to go get stitches. Horse stepping on my face, running into walls with braces. It's just, I don't get it. Getting punched in my sleep? What the fuck? My face is a magnet for violence. I don't get it. So my nose hurts. It hurts to blow my nose. I might get a bloody nose. If my nose just starts to bleed, please let me know, because I might think it's just running and I might not pay attention to it. I'm just injured. I don't get it. I don't understand. Why? Why? Good morning. How are you doing? Sorry about my rage. I don't understand why it's always my face. I just keep injuring my fucking head. Yeah, last week, while I had a sinus infection, it was terrible. My whole face hurt really bad. And I was bending down petting the dogs. And Zach was too. And he just decided to lift his head up as fast as possible straight into my eyeball. And I just like, have you ever been hit in the head and you just kind of insta cry? Like it really didn't hurt as bad as it looks like it hurts because you've just been hit in the head. It happens to me for some reason. My dogs will knob me in the head sometimes and you just insta cry. Like you can't help it. And so I just started instantly crying and Zach's like, "Oh my God, did I hurt you?" I'm like, "No." It's just my face. I don't get it. I don't know why. Thanks. I want to live. That's all I want. I just don't want my face to hurt anymore. But my face hurts. I was punched in my sleep. Why? Anyways, how are you doing? I hope your morning's well. I hope you were not punched in your sleep. Oh my God, Rod, did you get slammed with snow? I woke up this morning and shit my pants. There's so much snow outside. I used to not eat breakfast. My stomach doesn't usually handle caffeine without food. Oh, I get that. I can have fruit in the morning. Fruit is good. Whenever when I travel, I tend to eat breakfast because I eat a lot when I travel because I travel for food. I mean, who doesn't? But I remember when I went to like Hawaii and to Greece. Those are two places where they have huge breakfast spreads and it's all like fresh fruits and dried fruits and stuff. I can eat that and it doesn't hurt me at all. But for some reason, anything else, I don't know what it is. It kills me. It gives me. Why is my monitor's being? My monitor keeps flashing on and off, and I don't know why. Why? It did it when I started stream too. Don't be a dick. Squeaky, how are you, love? I hope you're having a good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry if I missed you ranting about my face being smushed all the time. Dude, Rod, it's bad. I woke up this morning and didn't have any coffee. And so I like, put on shoes and was ready to go get some Dunkin' and looked outside and was like, what happened? It's been spring for a week. Like it was so pretty. But I said it, didn't I say it like a week ago? I said it's fake spring. Everywhere I've ever lived has fake spring. It's not just Colorado. Everywhere has like the fake out spring. Usually in February or March, you'll get a couple weeks that are just fabulous weather and you're like, "Oh my God, it's spring." And then March fucks you in the ass. Every year. What up, BDO? Good morning. It's your birthday? Shut up, Squeaky. First off, Genova, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive and giving it any swings. I fucking adore you. Thank you for being here today, and I love you. That's a lot of months. Damn. Oh, I love cold brew. Good cold brews. Good. Squeaky. My voice is really fucked, so please apologize. I apologize. Happy birthday, happy birthday. This is your day to have a lot of fun. We're waiting for the celebrating. Katie's voice is fucked. This is your day. So happy birthday to you. And a pinch to grow an inch. I love you. Happy birthday. My voice is, I'm still a little sick, so I apologize. My voice is very crackly still. It's shitty. Still coming down, us too. Seriously, it's like blizzard snow. Like the shit that's just going in circles. Like I opened the door and it was like poof, in my face. I didn't know. Colorado's weird. Colorado is a weird place. The fucking weather is so weird here. Eggs are a great breakfast. That's what kills me, eggs. I don't know what it is. I've read, and I've heard from other people that there's something about eggs. There's some people, for some reason, that can't eat eggs by themselves, and that's me. I love eggs. No shit. When I was vegan for like 6 years in college, a long, long time ago, long story short. And the only thing I would have like legit wet dreams about like a yolky egg. That was the only thing I missed. I don't know what it is. Most people, it's cheese. For me, it was a fucking egg. But for some reason, I can't eat an egg by itself. I have to have it with toast or with cheese or something. If I just eat an egg, I get massive heartburn. And I don't get heartburn. Like, I don't have heartburn, but fucking eggs. I don't know what it is. I don't trust spring until the end of April. Dude, Rabster, no shit. When I first moved here, I was looking up, like, when do you start gardening so I could plant some vegetables and stuff. And Colorado's the latest planting season I've ever lived in. Usually they're like, mid-April, end of March, you can start putting out cold weather stuff. In Colorado, usually it's like May 15th. That's your safe planting day. May. What the fuck? It's 69. Oh my God. I am out of good coffee, if you couldn't tell. I had to go get Dunkin's good. I'm not complaining, but I love you, Squeaky. I wish I could sing it better. I'll try again later. I hope you eat something delicious for your birthday. What's the date today? The 15th? What are you, an Aquarius? Is that Aquarius? Or Capricorn? What's the astrological sign right now? I know it's Pisces next, but what's the second last? Aquarius? Is it? No. Yes? Capricorn, Aquarius? Fuck. Dude, I don't remember. Fuck. Allergies are the most common allergies in humans. No shit, Frem. I wonder why. Because I thought I was alone until, like, literally a couple years ago. People started telling me they had the same problem, and I was like, oh, good. I'm not the only one that eggs are, like, sabotage life. My mom's turning 70 on March 6th. Oh, my God, please sing her that song. You all can take that song. I have no idea where it came from, and I'm pretty sure my Nana made it up. Take it. Sing it, please. My mom turned 70 this year, too, actually. She turned 70 in June. Canada and Colorado send cold weather to fight the Gulf warm fronts, and shit gets weird in Omaha. That's how it was when I was in Maryland. Maryland's very much that way. You get the cold and the warm fronts. Like, the warm front from the Gulf will come up to Maryland, but the cold fronts come down from Canada, and we get the fucking weirdest weather. I mean, not as random as Colorado, but weird weather like that. Those fronts, they cause strange stuff like fucking mini hurricanes and stuff, mini tornadoes and stuff. Poached eggs and toast. Oh my God, poached eggs though, or like a soft boiled egg with a piece of toast. Oh my God, yum. Streamo is hello. Dude, I've been researching plants for days. That's all I do after stream is like look at plants for Colorado and stuff. I'm really excited. I can eat eggs alone, but most prefer them with cheese and other stuff. Most of the time, omelets are great. Omelets are amazing. Oh, get some Lost Cajun. Yum. Yum. Oh my God, yes you do, Rabster. How do you live without coffee? It was 37 degrees this morning, and I went to get the water jugs filled. Arizona's betraying me. It's 37 degrees in Arizona. What the fuck, though? I remember bumping around in Breck one August, and it started snowing as we were leaving to go home. In August? What? Well, wait. Okay, wait. Wasn't there... Wait. Oh, my God. I've only lived in Colorado for 3 years, and it's been COVID. Literally, I moved here the week of the shutdown. But wasn't there, like, in the last 3 years, we got snow, like, in July? I think. Didn't we? Oh, it was so weird. I'm just now having a brain fart about it. I think we did. I think, like, there was a day in July we just got snow out of nowhere. It was fucking weird. Mountain weather's weird, though. Aquarius is now. Thank you, Viata. I couldn't remember which one. I know that it goes Pisces and then Aries. But, man, I fucked that one up. That's insane. That's insane. Genova, thank you so much for gifting us up to Rapster. I knew it happened. I was trying to scroll down my chat. Thank you so much for gifting us up in the chat. Rapster, use a butt wizard, the highest order, go forth and be consensual in all the ways. Thank you, love. I gotta memorize the lyrics. Happy birthday, happy birthday. This is your day to have a lot of fun. We're a-waiting for the celebrating. This is your day. So happy birthday to you. I don't want to be sick anymore. I call it suffering. Yeah. Dude, right gun though. That's what I was just telling everyone. When I was vegan way back in the day, the only thing I missed was eggs. And I would have legitimate wet dreams about a yolky egg. Most of the time it was like an egg on a cheeseburger. Like, you know, when you get a nice, like, easy over egg on a cheeseburger and you cut the cheeseburger and it's like, dude, my voice is rough today. What's going on? I'm so hydrated. Stupid voices, stupid. I know my dogs are being really weird today and I don't know why. They love snow. But literally I opened the door this morning and Trick would not go outside. And they're just like doing this, hovering around me and I don't know why. They won't go outside. I don't know. They're like scared of it I don't know what's going on with them, but they're very, like Trick's behind me too. He's right here. My little void is right there. They're both very clingy today, so I'm trying to not acknowledge them so they can go relax, maybe? I don't know. They're precious, but they're being weird today. Was it within the last 3 years? I think so. I'm remembering that for some reason. I saw 4th of July once or twice growing up in Ohio. No shit. God, that's weird. I spent most of my childhood in Washington State, so it was just rain. She just posted up, yeah, it's because Trick's right here. They're just, I don't know what they want, though, because they won't go outside. Like, what? I already gave them a treat. Like, I don't know what to do with them. What do I do with them? Is Stream Elements having a heart attack today? It's like double mentioning subs. Dude, Rabster, right though? That's literally what I would have these dreams about. And I would wake up in a cold sweat that I had eaten an egg. And it's not that I was like, like ethically like, oh my God, if I eat an egg, I'm no longer vegan and the vegan community won't. It was because scientifically speaking, when you don't eat meat and animal products for an extremely long period of time, the enzymes in your stomach that break down proteins like that, they go away, they die. It's literally a case of if you don't use it, you lose it. So in order to go from vegan, not vegan again, you have to slowly incorporate animal products back into your diet in order to feed those enzymes and get them back again. So if you just like straight go into a steak after being vegan for 6 years, you are not going to shit. Like you will probably have to get surgery because it won't digest. You do not have the biome to digest it anymore. So I would have like panics about that. Like, am I ever going to shit again? So stupid. Let's cheers. God, why are you guys clingy today? What's wrong? I don't know what you want. I don't know what to do with you, bud. But you're very needy today, and it's weird. You're a good boy. I just don't know what to do with you. I think Stream Elements said they were going to do maintenance this morning. Oh, I wonder if they are. I noticed that before I went live, I usually test. Like I go through and go to Stream Elements and just like replay a couple of the alerts just to make sure they're on. And they were really delayed. Like I would click play the alert and it wouldn't play for like 15 seconds. So it's probably something like that. I love this song too. I just realized it was playing. I'm restarting it. I love this song. It's so good. Anderson .Paak's fantastic. Gut bacteria is crazy. It's fascinating to learn about, but it's kind of scary when you... Like, I jumped into veganism because I was dating a guy who literally could not eat animal protein because he had this genetic thing. And it was fine. I kind of liked it as a challenge. But when you look at, like, it's work to get back into eating animal products again. Like, you have to very slowly incorporate them in. Otherwise, you will not shit. Mom sounds sick. Dude, I don't feel sick, but I think it's like just the remnants of it, my throat. It just is scratchy today. I don't know why. I got a little bowl. Thank you. I have a little stoner bowl. Should I try to hit that? Let's try. I'm going to pack it down and try to hit that one. Oh, that liquor. Come on. Check your buttholes and poop. Absolutely. Pooping is healthy. I mean, the weirdest thing, so I'm not a nurse. I know everybody, like, if you don't work in a medical context, everybody in Scrubs is a nurse, but there's a lot of specialties in a hospital. And one of the things I learned about nursing when I was a respiratory therapist is that the number one thing nurses are concerned with is whether or not you are peeing and pooping. They are so concerned with what is coming out of your body and measuring it. I just don't conceptualize that. Like, that's not my area of expertise. And so I never really realized it. But, dude, they are so up in your shit. No pun intended. Cheers, y'all. This sucks. This sucks. Oh, everything should be great. Great. Good morning, Batcave. Oh my God, anime. Surgery well, good. Are you home already? Fuck yes. Hell yeah. Vegan, it wasn't terrible. Like, I kind of, like, I don't like cooking because it's boring. And when I went vegan with my ex, it was kind of fun because it was like a challenge. The weirdest thing about being vegan is, like, mentally, when you look at your plate of food, we have like a set, menu in our head of what should be on our plate. There should be like a main course, which is almost always a protein. There should be some vegetables and then some sides. And when you go vegan, the weirdest, like, mental hurdle to get over is you just eat sides now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at your plate and it's just a plate of sides whenever you cook a meal. And it's weird to get over that because you're looking at it like, where the fuck is the main thing that's going to fill me up? You get full, you're fine. Like, there's lots of vegan people who are vegan their whole life and are responsible about it and don't die. It's fine. but it's real weird to get over it in your head. And like a lot of people, when they go vegan or vegetarian, they really try to lean on fake meat, like tofurkey and shit like that. And all of it is gross. None of it tastes like meat. None of it even has the texture of meat. It's fucking foul. I don't know why people do it. If you're gonna eat a steak, just eat a fucking steak. Like, why are you going vegan if you really need a steak that bad? Farting, I've heard farting is important, but I don't do it, so I can't speak to it. I don't know. And don't forget to clean your bongs. Dude, do you guys hear there's like some rampant fungal pneumonia actually going across the US right now? Not necessarily from bong water, but let's not perpetuate that stereotype, yeah? How are you, Batcave? Nurse, come look at my massive shit. Seriously, they're all about it. It's very important because you don't want to be plugged up. Essie's Twitter says it keeps double posting to have the chatbot depart the channel and have it join again. Oh, they just want me to turn it on and turn it off again? All right, let's see if I can do that. I will try. Home now, good. 3 months ago, November 15th, I was admitted to the hospital with grotesquely swollen feet and legs. Perceived hypothermia because of an undiagnosed thyroid condition. Jesus Christ. Paper dry skin and a constant state of flaking off and kidney function at 5%. What the fuck? You were down to 160? Anime. With treatment and medication, I've lost the swelling. Thank fuck. My skin's returning to normal. I'm no longer freezing to death in a normal temperature room. My kidney function has risen to 19% when, oh my God. At the end of 3 months now, weighing at 189. Oh my fuck. I am so fucking happy you're getting better. What happened? Do you know what happened? Like, was it literally just your kidneys decided to say, fuck you for the day? What the shit? I think I said it yesterday, but Zelda finished up her baby shots on Saturday. Oh my God, I'm so excited. We're going to have to plan a date when the snow's gone. I mean, you know, I'm not going to drive down there today because there's a foot of snow on the road is basically what I'm saying. But I want to play with the dogs. Oh my God, if only. Can you imagine them all in the snow together? It'd be so cute. Protein, grain, and veggie, always, except for pasta. How the fuck am I supposed to fill up on salad? Exactly. It's very bizarre. It's real weird. I didn't mind tofu, but I didn't aim for it, I guess. Like, I don't hate it, and I definitely consumed it every once in a while to make sure I was getting enough protein. Because, again, I do come from a medical background, so when I did go vegan, I was very, like, I'm not going to be the dumb vegan that's like, I'm going to eat just fruit that fell off a tree and die. Like, I was like, I'm going to get B12 in my body somehow, because I know there's amino acids, like, there's essential amino acids that we must consume. You cannot make them, no matter what vegan magic you want to believe in. Like, I know these things, so I tried to be as smart about it as possible. And I wasn't doing it for some, like, you know, psychotic ethic reason. Ethically, I think being vegetarian vegan is great for the world. Like, we all know factory farming and the amount of water we waste on livestock and shit is literally what's destroying the planet. Nobody can deny it. However, expecting everyone to just drop meat immediately is also highly unrealistic. Like, that's never going to happen. So I'm not proposing a solution or anything. However, it is good. But tofu is one of those things. It's kind of, I'm trying to think of what to compare it to. It basically takes on the flavor of whatever sauce you put in.
Blood orgy! Yay! Blood orgy! Blood orgy! Yay!
Dr. Motherfucking Claw in the house! Beach, how you doing? What up, friends? My name's Katie and my voice is wrecked for some reason. Nobody knows. What's up? Good morning. How are you? It's fine. Coffee. Did I finish this one? No. Good morning.
Welcome to the classroom.
Oh my God. When I was in the hospital for heart failure, they hit me with a bunch of diuretics. And anyway, it was 7 liters of piss? Holy shit. 7 liters of piss came off your body. Holy shit. That's 7 liters of cola. Holy crap. That is so much fluid. Jesus Christ. I'm so glad you're okay. Dr. Claw and friends, welcome to my channel, welcome to my stream. My name's ClassyKatie, and it's wonderful to see you. Good morning. We're talking about hospital stuff. Peeing and pooping. Yum. How are you? If you, by the way, if you've been sitting and watching Dr. Claw for hours and you need to get up, stretch, and get some water and rest your eyes, please do so. Do not feel the need to sit and stare at this nonsense. However, if you choose to stay, you're very welcome. Claw, I love you. What up? Oh my god, role players, my love, how are you? Is that 2 coffees? Yeah. Coffee is a serious thing. I'm serious about it. I'm serious. Nicktastic, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an 8 swings for 20 fucking months in a row with that Prime sub. Do not forget to use your Prime subs. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you're paying for a Prime sub regardless of whether or not you use it, and every month you forget to use it, you're firmly shoving a $5 bill into the crusty-ass G-string of Jeff Bezos, who does nothing for the world or anyone except himself. Let's stop. You know what you could do? You could go to Dr. Claw's channel and use your Prime sub there. Oh, amazing. Because, shocking as it may be, Dr. Claw is not Bezos. Amazing. Do not forget to use them. Please and thank you. Tofu's like a mimic. It's all fun and games till someone loses an arm. I mean, maybe. Imagine the nurse who has to collect and document 7 liters of urine. It's actually pretty crazy because I'm sure you guys have seen it. We have like that bag that hangs off your bed and your piss starts coming out. When it hits a certain point where it's full, the nurse has to change it out. But if your piss is still coming out, I mean, we're just going to get piss everywhere. It's inevitable. And so we literally sit there with a new bag to put on and just keep changing out the bags until the piss stops filling. It's literally what they have to do. It's pretty fucking wild. 7 liters, though. Jesus. Boyfriend Dungeons. Oh my god, did I not change our category? We are going to play Boyfriend Dungeon today, but usually I do just chatting for the first couple hours. That's my bad. But we are playing Boyfriend Dungeon. It's pretty fucking funny. Thanks for reminding me I didn't change my category like a dumbass. I usually just chill and just chatting for a couple hours to, like, you know, warm my voice up and wake up. Wake up with my peeps. Thank you for reminding me. It's really funny, actually. The game is fucking bizarre and weird, but I'm having a good time. Like, it's a blast. Hold on, I missed, I think it was all that which prompted my public service announcement about not ignoring symptoms and putting off treatment. No shit. Oh my god, honey. I'm so glad you got treatment. Jesus Christ. Ooh, getting laundry done? I'm doing laundry right now. Fried tofu is okay. I'd rather just get chicken. Right, and that's the thing. Like, I liked tofu in, like, Thai food or, Vietnamese food or something like that because they usually deep fry it. And then they just put it in some saucy-ass dish and it takes on whatever the sauce flavor is, which is delicious. But, like, I don't feel like I need to add tofu to anything. Broccoli, did you know that broccoli has more protein per ounce than steak? I know. And it's more digestible than steak. I'm not anti-steak, but, like, it's crazy when you actually look into nutrition numbers. I can go into the sweet night happily. Of course I love you. Was that ever a question? No shit. 7 liters. In under a week, I lost nearly 50 pounds, and it was all water weight. I mean, no shit, but I can't even fathom drinking 7 liters, let alone just having that on. My body was literally drowning itself. Holy crap. But hey, a good cardiology team and some overpriced meds, and I felt great for a few years now. And you're not holding 7 liters of fluid, yeah? Great. Yes. Do that. Wait, what? My brother isn't Jeff Bezos? He's been lying to me this whole time? I mean, like, how old are you guys? Because, like, whose fault is it at this point? You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't lie to my sister if I wanted to. She could see through me, like, wait, what the fuck is this? Wait, what? Wait, Sales, is that real? Wait, Sales, is that real? Wait, Sales. Mapo tofu is amazing. That has pork in it, though. If anybody's actually vegan or vegetarian, I think it's called Mapo tofu is how you pronounce it, I think. It does have pork in it, so don't get it if you're a vegetarian, but it's fantastic if you're not. I really wish this was real. Stop. Jiu-jitsu, noun. The gentle art of folding clothes while people are still in them. 2, involuntary yoga. Anubis would fucking love that. That's beautiful. Mapo. Is it Mapo? Mapo. I've had it before. It's delicious, but it does have pork in it. So if you're vegetarian, don't do that. It's painful enough holding your pee for hours. I'm saying, like, how. Damn, dude. I'm just glad you're okay now. 7 liters. I don't know if I've ever seen that much pee pulled off of someone. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've ever seen 7 liters pulled off of someone of piss. I think the most I've ever seen personally is like 5. That's insane. I can't even. Did you feel like a balloon? When you lost, when you finally got all the diuretics on board and you lost all the fluid, did you have like crazy pitting edema? Could you like make dents in yourself? These are serious questions. I'm just curious because that happens and it's fun. Food Wars, the best show for when you're hungry and horny. Wait, which one's Food Wars? I don't know Food Wars. Ever since British Baking Show, I have a really hard time watching any like oh, it's an anime? Shut up. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch it. I have a really hard time watching like American food shows, like cooking shows, because they're just so mean. I really like British Baking Show because like when they're done, if someone finishes early, they go help each other and they don't get penalized for it. And like if they're still moving their tray of cake when the time's up, it's not like they lose. They let them move their cake to where it's supposed to go. It's so much more nice and chill and charming. I don't like people. I just am the fucking competitive shit of the American stuff is just not my jam. Rab was going for the record. No shit though. My mom had that happen before. We wouldn't stop poking her. Dude, it's pretty wild. One of my brothers has it. Crazy. When we were I don't remember how old we were. I think he was like 13, so I was really young. We went to Arizona, as we always did, constantly, because we grew up half our life like in Vegas, Arizona with my grandparents. But this year, for some reason, my brothers and all my cousins decided to shave their heads. They were all like, we're all gonna be bald this summer and go to Arizona. But they're all blonde hair, blue-eyed, like pale bitches. Like they look nothing like me. I am the complete fucking opposite of my brothers. And so you can imagine that bald in Arizona in the summer, they burnt to sin fuck. And my brother Corey burnt so bad that the pores on his skull, on his head, shut. So his head just started to blow up with sweat. And they had to take him to the ER. And they literally had to put a big needle in his head and like pull fluid off his head. I don't even know where the fluid was. I was so young. I have no idea. But to this day, my brother can do like a pretty good dent in his forehead if he just pushes, and it'll stay there for a good hour. Just because of the skin. The like skin blew up around his skull so much from the sweat. Sunscreen, my dudes. Motherfucking sunscreen. And don't shave your head if you're that pale. Go to Arizona, my God. They have literal orgasms over food. I've had literal orgasms over food, maybe. It was goddamn wild. I was pissing every 15 minutes. Did you have a catheter? That is wild. Most of the fluid was massive swelling around my feet and ankles. I didn't notice much pitting edema, but I did notice my shoes actually weren't tight as fuck. Dude, that is insane. It actually made your foot, your like shoes tighter. I can't even imagine. Phil, I'd love to. I wish it was that easy. Honestly, though, if I was the EU, I wouldn't take Americans either. Like, even any American be like, I'm one of the good ones. Don't trust us. Don't trust us. I think I'm one of the good ones. I might not be. Chucky! What up, fucker? How are you? No shit. My whole body was swollen. I thought I was just fat from depression eating. And little did you know it was fucking water. You're making my scalp itchy. I'm sorry. No more. Shokugeki no Soma. I definitely probably did not say that right. Food Wars was great, and the dishes, they cook are legit. My brother had the cookbook, and everything I have had is awesome. They have an actual cookbook. Please check out Bochi the Rock. Bochi the Rock. If you're gonna watch an anime, it's probably the best. No shit. It doesn't have any lolly stuff or like fan service, right? That's the only anime I don't want to get into, and I can't get into, is if there's a lolly or if it's just like about teenagers. I know, I'm just past that state where I just can't. I just can't anymore. But I'm gonna write it down. I'll check it out. I have to write down this one too. The The Shokugeki. Am I saying that right in any way, shape, or form? Shokugeki? Probably not. Probably not. With my luck, I need a pencil. Where are my pencils? Oh. What up, Cake? How are you, love? No catheter, no shit. Oh my god. That's insane. I feel like if you had that much water on, they'd give you a catheter just so you didn't have to get up that often. My god. I did? Oh, yes. Okay, I gotta write this down. Bochi. What was it called? I have to write everything down. I'm so analog. Bochi the Rock? Got it. No shit. You had that happen too, Glut? I had that happen. Was a really nasty sunburn on my back and chest, and your pores closed like that. Oh my god, that makes my whole body just sweat instantly. Slept in a fetal position for 2 weeks. Hat. Wear a hat in Arizona. I mean, right? I have family who lives there. Obviously, like, you guys know this. I've told you that a million times. They don't go out in the summer. They don't even go outside in the summer. Like, they just don't. They move from air-conditioned building to air-conditioned building, and that's it. SPF clothing, sunscreen. Love the lightweight modern stuff we have now. There is a lot of really good SPF clothing out there. A lot of it's really expensive. I focus on sunscreen because I feel like people don't think about their face and their head and their ears, and there is no, like, SPF clothing for your face. Everyone needs sunscreen. Everyone needs sunscreen. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care where you live. Everyone needs to wear some sunscreen. The sun is fucking so much more powerful and deadly than it ever used to be. Sounds right to me. I have no actual idea, but it feels right. I'm gonna go with it feels right too. Food Wars has clothes exploding off people, usually the women. I'm okay with that as long as it's the teenagers or 13-year-olds. It's not like a 12-year-old's clothes being blown off, right? Spy Family was pretty dope and wore my icy cart. Can't wait for more. Spy Family, was that it? Is that an anime? My throat hurts. Why? Is it fan service with, like, little kids, though? That's where I call the line. Like, I'm okay with titties. I love me some hot titties. I love hot anime girls. Like, that's literally how I started drawing as a child, was I found these how to draw manga books, and it was just, like, impossibly thin girls with huge boobs, and I was like, I want that. I wanna be it and suck it. Like, I get, but I just don't want him to be 12. That's it. That's the lolly stuff. I'm not into it. Still got cheek and nose sun damage from years ago. Dude, right? All of my aunts and my nana have had multiple skin cancers taken off their shoulders and their nose. Little dots everywhere. And so I've just my whole life been sunscreen psychotic because I just no. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. No. Hello, Slurm. How are you, love? Just a 16-year-olds. We're bridging there. I wear big grass hats now, though I need a new one. Hair is pretty good. My hair is so thick, it pretty much protects, but I wear, like, a visor when I run because I can't get hats to fit my head. It's so bad. I have a lot of visors, though. Visors are great. If you're like me and you either have just an abnormally large head or insanely thick hair and hats don't fit, visors are your answer. Visors are the shit. I live by them because even if a hat's my size, it slowly just goes up my head because my hair is so thick. It's impossible to get hats on my head. It sucks. No shit. I lost about a 1/4 inch of skin. Oh my god. Did you go get that checked out? My god. Cake, you know they have a ton of different sunscreens now, right? If I were you, look into Japanese and Korean sunscreens. Seriously, it's not like they're exponentially expensive. It's just like getting a face moisturizer or something. But I can't remember the terminology. It's like, I think they're called a non-chemical sunscreen. Is that what they're called? Or are they the chemical sunscreens? There's a difference. So, like, in the US, our sunscreens have that zinc in it, which is what makes it super white cast and terrible, and it looks bad. Unless you're, like, Irish pale, no shame. It doesn't work. Like, I can't wear those sunscreens because my skin's too yellow. It looks insane. Like, I look like I'm dying. I can't wear those. But Japan and Korean skincare has come out with some fantastic sunscreens. I'm not fucking with you. They're incredible. Specifically meant for your face. non-comedogenic, and they have no tint in them, no zinc. So, like, even if you have darker skin tones, you can wear the sunscreen because it's actually clear. Like, actually clear. But I can't remember exactly what the difference is. It's mineral versus chemical. Is that what it is? Though I really like Shiseido. Hold up. They have a really good sunscreen stick right now. They're a little expensive, but I have really sensitive skin. I break out really easily, so I kind of have to some products I have to go for more expensive brands just because I break out. I don't know. I'll pull it up. Hold up. This one's great. I love Shiseido's been around for fucking ever though. My mom used Shiseido. I've seen Shiseido on my mom's counter ever since I can remember, since youth. So it's just kind of imprinted in my mind as a trustworthy brand. I don't know. And my mom and I have similar skin, so I'm guessing that's why. But this sunscreen stick is probably my favorite thing in the entire world because it's not only clear, it can go on all skin tones, and like my lights bleach me out a lot. I have olive toned, like, kind of, I don't know how to describe my skin. It's not nice pinky white. It's like, yeah, like they thought I had jaundice when I was born. I didn't. Let's put it that way. So I can't wear any of the zinc sunscreens. They literally just look like a white cast. This one's clear, but it looks like a deodorant stick. No shit. So I love it because it's so easy to reapply. And I'm a sweaty beast. Like, for some reason, if I sweat, it's my face. Like, I get a sweat stash instantaneously if I sweat for some reason. And sweat is, breaking down that sunscreen off your body. So I can literally take this sunscreen stick and just like mustache myself and it's back on. And it's clear. You don't have to sit there and rub it in afterwards. It's on. So this is the link for it if anybody's curious. It's one of the ones it doesn't break me out. That's like, if you're like me, sweat stash sister, dude, what the fuck is with it? I don't get it. It's like the moment I get overheated, my body's like, oh, we're hot. Sweat stash. I can feel it start to bead under my nose, and I'm like, what's happening? Why? Nowhere else in my body will sweat. Sweat stash. I don't know. But because of that, my lips and my mouth area tends to burn if I don't have sunscreen on because it's constantly sweating and I'm probably drinking things and stuff. And that stick, I don't know, man. It's just great. I really like it. It's me too. It's the very first place. And it's just like the moment it's hot, you're like, hey guys, what's up? How are you doing? It's terrible. Sorry, I'm going to catch up on chat. I was trying to find that stick for you. I put the link in chat for anybody looking for a suggestion. But literally, you can go to like Ulta, for instance, and look up Japanese skincare or Korean skincare. And those are just two that I've really found work for me because they tend to be very non-comedogenic. And in Japan and in Korea, currently, the trend is to have insanely pale, flawless skin because that's a sign of youth. So almost all of their sunscreens are going to be 50 SPF or higher. And you want to get the highest SPF you can find possible. So just try to find the highest. I think that stick comes in a 50, but I mean, I just reapply it constantly because I don't want to burn. Because burning leads to aging and I don't want wrinkles. I need SPF 1 billion. Are you like my sister? Do you have like paper white skin? My little sister, literally, we are in features identical, but our skin is the polar opposite. My sister has the paper white skin. She can't even find foundation that matches her skin because it's so white, and she's covered in freckles, and she doesn't have a visible pore on her body. Whereas bitch here is crater face. Like right here, I am just holes. I'm an oily, porish bitch, and I have this yellow skin. It's really weird. Just opposites. They are high school or older. It's fairly innocent. It doesn't show them in any bad situations. Just that the food is so good, it's orgasmic. Bochi the Rock is about a high school guitarist working through her social and behavioral issues to play in a band. No fan service, very poignant, and speaks to the dissociative issues. Ooh, kids have these days. I'm excited. I'm excited for both of them. It's the lolly stuff that gets me the most. That's kind of what I didn't know the term lolly. I used to think like the lolly thing was fan service. So that's why I sometimes use that. I don't mind some titties. I just don't go outside. Have you seen how many people are out there? Truth, though. Emma, same. I can't stand feeling a goopy, greasy on my face. Like, I will not reapply it if I can feel greasy, gross on my face. I just won't. I'm the same. I hate it. I don't like to feel it at all. I heard you're hot. Let me cool off that upper lip, though. It's so weird. I don't know why. Sweat stash. Cetaphil's Sheer Mineral Facial Sunscreen SPF 50 for my sensitive skin. A bit of a white cast, but I'm pale, so it's fine. And see, I think I've tried that one, and the pale, like that, it's the zinc. I think that's what they put in it, which if you're pale enough, it's fine. Like, it doesn't show up. But if I wear a zinc sunscreen, I have like, it looks like a blue sheen on my face. Does that make sense? It's so bizarre looking. Have you ever seen someone where they wear face makeup and they've got that line around their face? I'll have that line, but it's blue. I don't know how else to describe it. It's almost like opalescent. It looks blue on me. But I'm not blue. It's weird. I don't know. And I can definitely, it never rubs in. I can see it no matter what. Fan service is trying to get you to horny jail. Lolly's fucking gross. Exactly. For those who don't know what lolly and fan service is, so the term lolly, Lolli, I believe, it comes from Lolita, which is actually a book that was written ages ago. And when someone says, oh, there's lolly stuff in that anime, it basically means there's an underage person who is in sexual relations with a much older of age person. But it's usually like, no, they only look like an 8-year-old girl. On the inside, they're a billion-year-old vampire, and they're actually very wise and old on the inside, but on the outside, they look like an 8-year-old girl. So it's totally fine if they fuck this 35-year-old dude. That's lolly stuff, and I ain't fucking here for it. Nah. Nope, you're fine. You can be a vampire in way other ways. Lolly makes me regret anime sometimes. It pisses me off because I've gotten sucked into a few animes. Like, you know, I'll start watching one that I just find randomly and I'm like, oh, I'm bored. I'll put it on and I get like 3 episodes in and I'm like, hey, the story's pretty good. I'm really into this. I like the art style. Lolly bomb. Why? It's so infuriating me. Lolly bombs. I just don't want it. I don't want anything to do with it. It's not okay. It's fucking gross. Vampire the Bun, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not even kidding you, Tragic Hipster. That's the one that fucking got me. Not even fucking you. I don't even know how many episodes, 3 or 4 episodes in. Lolly bomb. And I was like, I have to go regret all my life choices now. Yucky. It's just gross. I hate it so much. I'm not here for it. Oh, but you're on my headphones. You're on my headphones. My dogs are being weird today, and I don't know why. That's not what I meant. Wait, I know that's... Thankfully, we're friends, and I know that's not what you meant. Yes, I know. Tragic. That's the exact same thing that happened to me. It's just infuriating. Exactly. This character's 10,000-year-old witch, but presents as a 9-year-old child having sex. Exactly. That is lolly, and it's just gross. And I feel like a lot of people get sucked into lolly bullshit. Hellsing's amazing. Knowing you as well as a stranger on the internet can. I would recommend Shokuge no Soma. The food stuff's worth it. Is that the one that we were just talking about? That's Food Wars, right? I wrote that one down. I have that one up. Side note though, one more thing I just wanted to ask about it. Should I watch it dubbed or not? Dubbed or subbed? Because I'm a big fan of not dubbed. I fucking hate dubs, but sometimes people say the dubs are better. It is sickening, right? It's disgusting. There's no excuse for lolly stuff. Honestly, it's just as bad as like Twilight bullshit. He looks 17, but he's actually 97 years old fucking a 16-year-old girl. But it's okay because he looks 17 and he's in high school. Anyone out there with kids feel okay about that? I don't think you need to have kids to not feel okay about that. Nah. The Silver Kiss? I don't think I read that one. No Game, No Life hit me with a brother-sister lolly bomb. That plot and art was great then. Ew. Yes, I fucking hate it. It's a bomb. And it's rude. It's rude. Saronlin, they're being so extra weird today. We got like snow out of nowhere and I think it surprised them. We've had like a week of really nice weather and we woke up this morning to an existential blizzard and a foot of snow. And now my dogs are like, they don't know what to do. Like they wouldn't even go outside. I don't know. They're just being weird. They're normally quite chill this time of day. see some dubs, right? Some dubs are okay, but most of them are not. Most of them are terrible. Hellsing was amazing. I'm trying to load the link you gave me, not enough gun. It's taking a minute. I thought Lolita in Asian cultures was more akin to the emo punk and rebel. Maybe that's how they use the word. I don't know. I didn't know the term lolly until like literally a couple years ago. I kept explaining to people because I think we had a big talk in chat one day and I was telling chat like I want to watch more anime, but I keep getting sucked into animes where suddenly it's a 9-year-old character who is a 10,000-year-old vampire on the inside but looks like a 9-year-old person having sex. And I was telling chat about this. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but all anime has it and I fucking hate it. What's wrong with anime? And chat was like, oh no, Katie, it's not all anime. Oh no, you poor thing. It's called a lolly, but that might be an American term because I think it comes from the term Lolita in America, which comes from the book Lolita, which is about a like 40-something-year-old man falling in love with a 13-year-old girl or some shit like that. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Safi, my love, how are you? Sales, thank you for gifting a sub to Safi. Are my alerts really low or am I'm ranting? Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. How are you, Saf? Frem, honestly, I'll go. It depends on the anime. Because some animes, I'm the same. Like, I'll go dubs because the art is so beautiful that I'm not paying attention to the subtitles anymore. Good morning, Gimp. But some of them I'll like, you know, some of them are just your everyday anime, I guess. That sounds rude to say, but you know what I mean. Oh no, your internet's still fucked up? Oh no, it's fixed. Oh, okay, good. An engineer came out today and Bonnie adored her so much she jumped out the windowsill. Oh, that's cute. She nerded out about oh my god, The Last of Us though. No spoilers, so good. No spoilers, so good. I'm glad it's fixed though. It was all fucked up. The fuck. Of course it was the internet company, of course. Jesus Christ. Sorry, my chat's jumping all over the place. I don't know what happened. I'm trying to scroll back up. There's Gothic Lolita as well. Yeah, and that's totally different, right? There's like a Lolita fashion, which has nothing to do with like the lolly. Like, I think lolly is the term that really, right? There's like Gothic Lolita where they dress in the really cute dresses. I mean, they're beautiful. If I was a tiny person, I would try to do this, but there is no Lolita dresses for 6-foot women. That doesn't exist. Overlord has the super old vampire lolly and definitely manages to avoid the cringe. Do they really? I don't think I've seen that one. Anubis, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive and giving any swings. Oh wait, I saved something for you. I thought you would like this just because you're into martial arts. I think Sales posted it earlier, and I literally said, "Oh man, if Anubis was here, he'd have a good laugh because this is fucking funny." Hold up. It's just a meme. It's a meme, I guess. I asked. Oh, not that one. I asked if it was real. We don't know. Jujitsu, noun. The gentle art of folding clothes while people are still in them. Involuntary yoga. I really like that. I don't know why. I've never even done martial arts, but it made me laugh a lot. The idea of involuntary yoga. I kind of like it a lot. Involuntary Pilates, right? No, I don't wanna. Stop. No. You will fold your clothes while you are still in them and you will like it. Oh, thank you, hipster. Hold on, let me pull it up. Thank you. YouTube's having a hard time loading. I'm trying to load a video that I think Gun posted. It says what it is. Is this from that cooking show? It's just, maybe I have too many links up. Hold on, because I don't have that many. I have like Food Wars up in the sunscreen I showed you guys. Oh, I have Stream Elements up. Let me log into that and try to fix that too. I forgot Stream Elements was also being weird today. Has it been weird since? Hold on. Have we had any delayed messages since earlier? Anubis, yep, it's still doubling them up. Weird, okay. So what I got to do is part channel and then come back. Join channel. Okay, it should be joined again. Hopefully. Hopefully. We'll see. I added it again. That was the only solution they had, was to literally turn it on and off again. So we will. Thank you, Glut. Oh my God, did anybody get to see this Monday's episode? Glut, did you see this Monday's episode? I don't want to spoil it if no one got to see it and you're watching QT. I got powers. I know. Viata and I had a good laugh about my powers, but I don't want to spoil them if you guys haven't seen it yet. It's pretty good. Excuse me. I want my throat to feel better. This sucks. It's the example of their type of fan service. Can I show that on stream? Ain Mosnia, welcome. How are you? It's still doubling. What the fuck? Hold on. Maybe I need a part channel for a longer period of time. I'll leave the channel. I'm going to leave the channel for a couple minutes. So we do not have Stream Elements bot right now. We shouldn't. We'll leave it for a second. You know, sometimes you got to unplug something for 30 seconds. Maybe it'll be like that. Oh, it's City of Mist. City of Mist is the rule set we're using, but it's very flexible rule set using, if that makes sense. Like, it's very, especially thus far, because we're only 3 episodes in, it's exceedingly, what the fuck? I'm not kidding. It's not in my channel right now. The fuck? I don't know. It's not, I don't know. That's a weird one. I don't know. That's a mystery. We're mysteries now. Yeah, it's City of Mist, but very loosely. We haven't, like, we're just, like, you know, it's, like, character setup time. So we haven't really, done much that has to do with much, but we have rolled a few times for sure. And I, as is, you know, the way of the Katie, critical fails abound. Because that's my life. My mother always suggested a shot of liquor for a sore throat. You know what's sad about that? I don't drink, so I don't have any liquor in my house. It's not too sore. It just is, like, tired. It feels like I've been talking, but I've only been live for, like, what, an hour? It's just, like, a little tired, but I'm very hydrated. Maybe I should make some tea. When I'm done with my coffee, I'll make some throat coat. Weird. Skin, how are you? Thank you. I actually have a horrible black eye because Lilith punched me in the eye, so I'm trying to cover it up. Thank you. I appreciate you. I know. Is Stream Elements, did they leave yet? Oh, yeah. It was, the past week. I think I took like 5, I wasn't able to stream for like 5 days straight because my sinuses were just fucked. So this is kind of, I'm getting over it. And I think this is like the leftovers. This is the leftovers from my sinus infection, unfortunately. We're having a great time. I love this song. I need to turn it up. I did gargle salt water yesterday. It was terrible. Oh, Najee, I'm so sorry. Maybe Lilith did. I mean, here's the thing, though. She punches me in the face all the time. Do I always have it coming? They broke it? Okay, so it's not me. Oh, thank fuck. Hold on, I gotta click this. I gotta look at this. We're aware of the current issue with some users experience duplicate responses, timer messages from our chatbot. The team is deploying a fix for this, which should be resolved within the next 24 hours, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Should I re-add it back to the chat? And just deal with double alerts, or do we leave it alone and not? I think I need to take my dogs outside because they're being weird. They're needing attention. They're needing attention. Are you needing attention? Attention? Hello, Bubba. Hi. Thank you. You're just such a sweet boy. Oh, thank you. Lilith's gonna hump him. It's every day. What did I do? What did I do? Lilith, stop humping your brother. Stop it. Taco Tuesday. Hi, Bubba. Good pups. I can't use my decongestants anymore because it's been a week. The congestion's so bad it's blocking my ears. My ear was blocked too. My right ear the past week. This ear felt pretty bad. Stop. She does it. It's just because I'm giving him attention. She's like, but look at me, I'm dominant. It's so fucking weird. City of Mist is 30 pounds for a starter set, 97 pounds for the core rules, 181 pounds for the full rule set. Holy shit. Absolutely not. Well, I mean, I have none of the City of Mist stuff because that's how loosely we're basing it on City of Mist. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of Nocturne-esque, if you will, in that, like, Sheepy's mostly just homebrewing it, and he's deciding when rolls need to happen. It's not rule heavy by any means. It's mostly like a really RP heavy show so far. Because I'm not going to get all that, and I don't own any of it. However, I think I have the PDF of it that I can send you, Sterling. If you send me a message like on Discord or something to remind me, if you would like the PDF of it, I can probably get it for you. If you just want to look at it. Pharaoh came out today and it's 17 pounds. No shit. That's kind of expensive. I'm shocked. I'm on a no buying games because we're playing games I already own, but it's on my it's on my wish list. It's been on my wish list for a very long time, and I will be purchasing it as soon as I put a dent in these games. But we're gonna play not Hatterful. Oh my god, we're playing Boyfriend Dungeon, and then we're gonna finish Stray. Huh? He's just, look at him. What are you doing? They're just so fucking cuddly. Absolutely, Stronlin. Absolutely. I'm the same, dude. I would never. I would never. Even if I had the money, I would never. I agree. I'll buy it as soon as I have the expendable income because I want to build a temple to Bast. Oh my god, were you a Bast bitch too? I'm not shitting you. Have we talked about this, Lizzie? I'm not shitting you. When I played the old Pharaoh, my city was just covered in Bast. Just Bast. Just the cat lady statue. Everywhere. 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 Bastic. We were Bastic bitches. Pretty good. Pretty good and pretty true. You guys want to go outside? Oh, you go outside. Okay. Break, I guess. Let's take a break. I'll let my dogs. Oh, wow. Psycho time. Psycho time. Get him. Kill him in the butt. Get him, Bill. You get him. You got him. Anyways, fight. Finish him. She just bats him in the face, dude. Same thing she does to me. Okay, quick break. Every couple hours, I take a break and I stretch my legs. I stand up and get a beverage, and I hope you do the same. Rinse your bong and pack a bowl. I'm gonna take my dogs outside. Do they ever run into the spiders? No. They're pretty good about it. They don't really run into shit. They're very agile for how dumb, they're not dumb. Dumb's not the word. For how, like, doofy they are, they're very agile. It's pretty crazy. Like, they've got hops. I've seen them, like, they'll be rolling towards something they're about to run into, and Trick will suddenly just launch his whole body in the air 4 feet over it. Like a gazelle. They just, boo! It's crazy. I don't know. It's pretty nice, because they don't normally ever knock anything over. They're pretty agile. I don't know. Aware. So funny. Okay, break. Sorry, I'm just watching my silly dogs. Power move. They fart all the time. Oh my god, Lizzie. Before I go on my break, I just have to show you this. So every single morning, and I'm showing you this because literally the other day, Zach got to experience it for the first time because he doesn't wake up in the morning with us. Every morning that I wake up when my alarm goes off, we get up and Lilith, she always crawls on the bed while I'm sleeping and is like crunched up against my body. Trick sleeps on the floor. And what she does is she puts her front paws on the ground, leaves her back paws on the bed, and does this stretch and just unleashes the longest, most epic, like, every morning. Right in my fucking face. Every single morning. And Zach got to experience it for the first time the other day. It was very exciting for him. They're farty creatures. They never stop. They just burp and fart. You burp and fart all the time, right? Okay, you wanna go outside? Okay, we're gonna go outside. Be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for that resub, Donna, you sneaky hoe. I fucking see you. Thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it any swings. I appreciate you, love. Thank you, Banana Ham Hawk, for my sub gift. I'm happy to have found this channel and community. Yins always make me feel welcome and safe, even though I'm not able to be here every stream. Dude, I'm happy to see your face any fucking time, and I love you. Thank you for being awesome, being part of our community. But are you on the level? Oh my god, Eric can tag me. I can't show it on stream, but maybe I can retweet it. Hold on, I don't think I did. Damn it. Erican tagged me in a ghost burlesque the other day. Oh, hold on, I gotta find it. I can't show it on stream because it's a burlesque show, but it's ghost burlesque, and it's really, really good. Really good. Like, the person literally comes out dressed completely like Papa Emeritus with the censer, the incense thing, going back and forth with incense burning. I mean, it's fucking amazing. Oh my god, hold on. Fuck. Why didn't I retweet it? I think I was sick. Damn it. I'm happy I remembered it, but damn it. God damn it on a damn it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna retweet it, and then you have to go look at it. I can't. It's burlesque. Like, obviously there's titties. I can't. But it's really good. Did I find it? Nope. I'm just gonna look up Erican. Hold up. One sec. I gotta give it to you. It's so good. Bunny, you'll love it. It's so good. Fuck. Hold on. Tweets and replies. He's gotta have tweeted at me, right? Fuck. I think I was sick when he tweeted at me. Shit balls. Means my brain died. I'm gonna find it. It's really good. I have to. This is a good song. Enjoy it for a second. I'm so mad I didn't retweet it. Oh, found it. Oh my god, I found it. I retweeted it, and I'm going to give you the link. Go watch it on your own, but it's really, really well done. It's really well done. Like, this person obviously is a Ghost fan. It's so well done. Their Twitter is Vita Devoid. Vita Devoid is the person. It's really good. Really good. Skin! Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it any swings with that Prime sub. Don't forget to use your Prime subs. Every time you don't, you shove a $5 bill deeply into the G-string of Jeff Bezos, and that's not good. Stop doing that. Thank you for being here today to resub, and I appreciate you, love. Thank you. It is so cold outside. My boobies are frozen. Bueller. Loznay Beulah. Loznay Beulah. That's all I think of now. It's been replaced. Shall we pack a bowl and play some fucking boyfriend dungeon? This game is fun. It's so weird and fun. It's so creepy. It's so accurate as to why I've never dated. You mean into the G-string of Dr. Claw? You should definitely firmly plant it in the G-string of Dr. Claw, not Bezos. I promise Dr. Claw's not Bezos. I mean, I can't like firm. I don't know if I can like 100% confirm that fact, but like I'm almost positive. I'm just cleaning out my bowl really quick. I cleaned it just the other day, but this new weed I got is so like fresh and gooey. It fucking jammed up already. Literally, I cleaned it yesterday. It was spotless yesterday. My bong was spotless, and it's already jammed. It's crazy. It's sticky shit. Good strain, though. Gets me fucking... I was so high after stream yesterday, I couldn't even function. I read Be My Valentine like Alice Cooper, Be My Frankenstein. Fuck, I didn't change the title of stream either. That's my bad. You were all my Valentines yesterday. You didn't have a choice. Present! Present! I was once so high that cartoons didn't make sense. That's wonderful. I can't remember the last time I got that high. I think, honestly, it was the last time I took an edible. I was streaming, actually. I was streaming pretty early in the morning, and I took an edible, like, right at the beginning of stream because I had a headache. And it was, like, 2 hours into stream, all of a sudden, it was like, I was literally just sitting here talking to chat, and my eyes crossed. And I had forgotten I took the edible, and I was just sitting here like, guys, I don't know what's happening. I am so lightheaded out of nowhere. And it took me a good 15 minutes to be like, oh. And after stream, I think Zach was like, can you go out and get milk or something like that? And I was like, oh, it's too high. I'm not driving. That, I think, is the last time I got legitimately too high. So what happened? Because my internet fully decided to go fuck itself when the sword turned into a shirtless leather jacket slutty man. Okay, so the sword walked across the dance floor to us, and Like, literally, it was like a sword saunters across the dance floor to you from the bathroom. And we talked to the sword, and I think I told him I prefer your human form or something like that. And he was like, wait, I want to talk. No, I told him that his assistant was like trash talking him because there was no other option. Like, the options for the conversations are just to be a bitch, I've figured out. And he was like, wait, we need to have this conversation in human form. And then we talked to were you here? Did you get to see us talk to the blonde guy that's very obviously racist? Like, he will not stop talking about pure steel and how he hates weapon people. He's only into pure. Oh my God. The blonde dude that runs the sword shop is a straight up Aryan Nation bitch. I'm pretty positive. I don't like that one at all. Like, the original guy that's the fencing sword might be the only dude we've met so far that I'm like, okay, I can handle you at least. But he's so fucking pretentious. I don't know half the words he's saying because they're $20 words. Isn't Bunny, was that not amazing? Was that not so well done? Like, it was really well done. I was shocked. If you've ever got to see Ghost live, it's literally how they start their shows. An entire procession comes out of like cardinals and they swing the censer and real incense is burning. Like, they do like a legitimate like Catholic ceremony, you know? It's fucking great. Oh, it's his business partner, not his assistant. Okay, business. Oh yeah, they're like business. They own the club together, right? She's the co-owner, right? I think. We danced with her too. She's into us. Which I'm excited that I can be into girls because I like all peoples. Thank you, Mayo. That was the one. Yep. Erican, I was literally Bunny came in and asked if I was on the level, and I was like, oh my God. I think Erican tagged me in a Ghost Burlesque show, but I was sick. It was like last week, wasn't it? It was like a couple days ago when I was fucked off my balls on NyQuil, so I forgot to retweet it. And I just literally spent 5 minutes going through your Twitter to find that, to retweet it and show everyone. Cheers, 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 Nineless. And I ask if you're on the level. Because if you have Ghost, you have everything. Facts. Where's my little oh, there it is. My bowl topper. That weed is really strong. I have to make sure not to take monstrous hits, otherwise I'm gonna get so high I literally can't function. Oh my God, Bunny, if you ever get to go, they really Ghost is one of those bands, they put on a show. You know what I mean? They don't just come out and like sing some old songs, sing some new songs and whatever. They come out in the full garb. I mean, I never saw the Cardinal Copia. I've seen Papa Emeritus twice, I think. Yes. It was Papa Emeritus both times, which is my favorite Papa, so, you know. What are you going to do? But they literally come out in the full procession, all the ghouls, and they have the censer swinging, and it's like demon, you know, gothic church music. It's pretty fucking epic. I hadn't smoked for a long time. The first bowl didn't seem to do much, so we smoked a whole bowl, and then it hit all at once. Oh my God. It was just two of us. I was seeing if it could help my pain problems. Cartoons didn't make sense for hours. I couldn't go to class that night. It was the first time I went home and could tell my mom that I was high as fuck since she suggested I try it for pain. Wait, did it work for the pain though? I did. Well, it's Eric and it's so well done. That's what I was just telling everybody. Like, she literally starts the burlesque show exactly the way they start their concerts. I was blown away. I was, honest to God, the first couple minutes, I was sure it was going to be the actual Papa that came out of that outfit. I didn't think there was going to be a female in there because it was so well done. I was kind of blown away. Donna, yes. So I was just going to start playing a game we started yesterday called Boyfriend Dungeon. It's fucking hilarious. Sini Moose, it's the same shit. It's just that one strain I got, that fucking classics one. The Solution is the strain. The numbers, you know, allegedly. It allegedly says it's 25.74% THC and 28.82% THCA for a total of 30.58. We all know how legit that is. I don't know. But this rocks me. Like, I'm pretty high right now. One hit. It's strong. It was a $60 ounce. It feels like robbery. It feels like I'm robbing someone. Tried getting into it, but they're kind of one of those bands where I'm put off by the amount of people nonstop saying, go listen to them. No, I totally get that. And what's sad, Anubis, is a lot of their most popular songs that are like the hit songs aren't the best songs, in my opinion. Like Rats. I do not like the song Rats. Most of the songs I like by Ghost are their more obscure songs that are like hidden in the albums and stuff. But if all you're exposed to is those hit songs and everyone's like, you have to like them, you're not going to fucking like them. No, I totally get that. 100%. Do they not do the ghoul masks anymore? I have a ghoul mask right there. They don't do this anymore? What? Oh, I've never got to see Volbeat. That's on my list, though. I've heard they put on a fucking amazing show. And Gorillaz. I need to see Gorillaz so bad. Oh my god, Anubis. That's precious. I think I got that at one of their shows, actually. Ghost was, man. I cannot remember how the fuck I found Ghost. I know, like, a group of friends of mine and I found it when we were all playing ESO together and we would listen to it constantly. It was like Ginny and Sig and a bunch of people that I played ESO with. We like got obsessed with Ghost, but I don't remember how I even was exposed to it ever. Wow. I feel like I've just always been listening to Ghost. I can't, huh. No shit, Skin. I'm pretty positive it was someone on stream that suggested Ghost to me. Like, they suggested it, and I was like, I have no idea who they are, and they were appalled that I had no idea who they are because, you know, my whole Satan shtick. Man, I don't know. That's weird. I really don't remember. I can remember most music and where I found it and who gave it to me, and I really... Huh. Interesting. I have no idea. I have no clue. But I'm glad I have them because I love them. I know, right, Skin? Like, it was so long ago. Like, I really don't remember, but they're great. This is one of the Ghost songs. This is one of my favorites. It was actually written by, what's his name? Oh god, I can never remember the guy's name. He was a paranoid schizophrenic who wrote this song, and it makes no sense at all, but the song is great. At the same time. On serious, no shit. Now you're in memory losses about your memory losses. I know. Well, it's weird because, like, I can remember the exact moment I heard Nine Inch Nails for the first time. I can remember literally where I was, whose house I was at. I was sitting on his couch. It was my friend Joby. I was in middle school, I think, and I was sitting on his couch, and he put on Nine Inch Nails. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And immediately, it was one of those times, have you ever heard a song that just, like, hits every happy chemical in your brain? They all release at the same time, and you just become obsessed with the sound. That was Nine Inch Nails for me. I'd never ever heard industrial metal in my life. And I just lost my mind. I can remember that, but I can't remember where, like, who shared Ghost? I don't know. Oh my god, fuck yes. Oh, Genova. How long have you had one? No. First day of the week, I don't have a damn near debilitating headache, and I'm kind of thriving. We had a good storm here, and my head just freaks out. Barometric pressure, I swear to God, that's where mine come from, too. I swear to fuck. Because I know they're not allergy-induced. My migraines aren't food-induced. They're not sound-induced. They're not light-induced. Light bothers me when I have a migraine. But I'm pretty positive it's barometric pressure. Same. Erican, absolutely. If you want to put it in the Discord, I can't, like, show it on stream, obviously, because it's burlesque. But I will retweet the fuck out of it. Like, I'm sure people would love to see that. We're all big respecters of beautiful bodies and nudity. I just can't show it on stream. But yeah, absolutely. I found Ghost when a friend on Facebook years ago shared He Is and talked about how it sounds like a love song and it's all Satan. I'm not kidding you. That song used to play on repeat on my song. Not on repeat, but it would just come up constantly on my playlist because it's a good song and it's one of the most popular songs. And the amount of people that would come into my channel, Rod, and seriously be like, wow, Katie, I didn't know you were into gospel. Quite literally. They had no idea. Because unless you really listen to the lyrics, it's kind of hard to tell, I guess. And if you've read the Bible, it kind of checks out. First album hearing Dance with the Dead Andromeda from the album Near Dark. And dude, one of the songs, this wasn't the first Nine Inch Nails song, obviously, but one of the Nine Inch Nails songs that did that to me was In This Twilight. Does anybody know that song? It's one of the, I guess, more recent. It's after The Fragile, which everybody, like, Nine Inch Nails fans pretty much can say, like, The Fragile was the last amazing album that came out of Trent Reznor, and everything after was kind of poppy. His scores for movies, however, are phenomenal. Every movie he's scored so far has been really, really, like, literally, I enjoyed the movie because it was scored by him for no other reason at all. However, In This Twilight, I can't remember which album it's on. Survivalism? I don't know, but the song got leaked before the album was released, and I remember exactly where I was sitting. I was sitting at a very specific desk in the library at my college on my little MacBook studying or doing something for a class, and I was part of, a billion message boards and shit for Nine Inch Nails because I'm obsessed, and the song got leaked, and I played it on my laptop after sitting there like, should I listen to a leaked song? Am I being disrespectful? Oh my God, but I couldn't resist, and I just cried. I don't know, that song hit me in a weird way. Oh, fuck yes. I want to follow the Insta. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Erican. Erican. I've been following ClassyKatie since 2018, and Ghost has always been her thing, right? And I started streaming in 2015? Man, I just feel like Ghost has always been there. Yeah, I really can't remember. It must have been very, very early in my streamingness that I found Ghost, because I cannot remember when we started listening to it. I can't even remember, like, the first Ghost song I ever heard. It might have been Cerise. Or Cerise? Is it Cerise? Maybe? I don't know, man. I don't know. My brain. I don't know. It's upsetting. Because I love them. Nudity for shame, you heathen. You should be ashamed of your bodies and hide in shame. I fucking hate that mentality so much. I feel very blessed I was raised by a bunch of medical professionals because nurses don't give a fuck. Like, outside or inside the hospital, all my aunts and my mom just, like, if they need to get changed, they will straight up just get naked and change. They don't give a shit. They have no qualms. So I just grew up around a lot of, like, benign nudity, I feel like. I've told you guys about my mom going through menopause, how she would suddenly, like, thrust her arm across the seat and be like, pull my sleeve. And you'd be like, what? Pull my sleeve! And you'd have to pull her sleeve and get her jacket off of her. And she'd just strip down to titties in the driver's seat while driving on the highway. Because the hot flashes would hit so hard and so fast that she was, just like sweat pouring. I mean, but I mean, I'm not going to be like, Mom, can you suffer so I don't see your nipples? Thanks. Like, what the fuck? Chances are they're identical to mine. Who knows? Well, hers have been chewed on by babies. Sinners. Heathen bunnies for life until death. Amen to that. My migraines are caused by an issue in my neck. Oh, that isn't quite defined. Even after having the nerves burned out in my neck vertebra after every 2 years to help, it's still interesting. Do the nerves grow back? Is that why? I heard the words nudity and was summoned. I was just saying I don't like I've always hated that taboo against nudity. Everybody's got a body. Everybody's body looks pretty much the same. Like, we all think we're very unique and weird looking, but everybody looks the same. Coming from someone who's seen, like, thousands of bodies in the hospital, everybody looks the same. Like, everybody's just a body. And I just hate that it's, the nipple stuff pisses me off. The only reason I haven't seen my mom naked in a while is because her and my stepdad foster now. Yeah, that's the only reason I wouldn't if my mom was taking care of the grandkids. But other than that, my mom just doesn't give a shit. Neither my Nana. Oh my God, I've told you guys about my Nana and her moo-moo, just like spread leg in her fucking recliner, puss out. She didn't give a shit. I was visiting a friend and was invited to Rocky Horror's show. Oh, show cast rehearsals. And people were just straight up changing in the changing room. And I was like, boobs. That too. I definitely was raised in theater, and that's a big part of theater. Not only that, but you get used to just being touched excessively. Because usually there's someone back there helping you change super fast and getting your titties all up. Like, I remember one show, I was a male character and a female. I played two different characters. One was a male and one was a female. And between scenes, I'd have to tape my chest. And there was one of the moms back there, and I would just have to strip down and do this. And she'd start running around me in a circle with duct tape. Yeah, same. Been there. I was visiting a friend and was invited. I'm so jealous, dude. Rocky Horror. I've still never seen Rocky Horror. That would be amazing. Respectfully, does she need a co-pilot? Respectfully, of course. Probably. My grandma was a witch when I grew up in the 70s. We did tarot. That's fucking cool. There's far more fun things to feel guilt about than nudity, dude, for real. I mean, like, to feel guilt about nudity, like, everybody's naked underneath everything. Like, we're all naked. I'm incorporeal. I wish. That'd be nice. The nerves grow back over time. That's what I thought, yeah. All we know is that one of my vertebrae is sticking out in a weird position that wasn't and couldn't be caused by trauma. So it's probably just that way. Dude, that sucks. One of my aunts has weird things like that. Not the same, but she has, like, bone spurs. It's very bizarre. So apparently she was born with, like, some extra bones. Bones that, like, we're not supposed to have or, like, we've evolved beyond. I.e., some of her vertebrae have, like, a little spine on them, kind of like a dinosaur, I guess. I don't know. It's not enough to be visible, so, like, you can see spines, but it's enough to cause problems. Like, she has existential back problems because of this. And my mom told me she's got some floating bone in her collarbone shoulder area. I don't know. It's weird. She's got some weird shit going on. Bodies are amazing. It's pronounced theater. 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 Theater! I have no idea. I'm thankful for finding the kink community and people that don't care about nudity. I mean, there's a million different communities like that, I feel like, of people that are just, even if they're not as comfortable with nudity, they're against the taboo of it. Like, I think some of us, you can't help if you were raised in a very prude environment where it's like nudity is just off, like, you do not, like, you can't help that, and that's going to be ingrained in who you are, but you can still be against the dumb taboo of it, because I think we all know that the moment you make something taboo is the moment people are going to make it weird. Always. Like, that's when you make shit weird. Unfortunately, it sucks, but that's just, like, you know? What up, Bulvy? How are you, love? We're also all just squishy brains piloting a mechs made of bones and flesh. Wet bones. Don't forget the wet part. It's true. It's so fucking true. I've been on tons of film sets, but, like, backstage at stage shows wild. It is, but, like, I was trying to think. I don't remember ever seeing anyone else naked. You're so fucking wrapped up in the moment of getting changed as fast as possible and getting back on stage, you don't even realize what's going on. It's, like, kind of a little whirlwind of weird. And it was always moms back there, so I never felt uncomfortable. My chat just jumped. Why? Why? I'm naked for more of the day that I'm clothed. It's just me, the hubs, and two cats in the middle of the woods. That's kind of how I feel. Like, if my neighbors are that weird to look at my windows, go for it. Good way to be comfortable with naked people, become a PA on a porn set. Oh my god, though. Oh my god, though. I always think about the poor penises. Our guess is that my neck is screwed up from a rare genetic thing, lax ligaments. But we can't put this bone back in place like we used to with my joints unless we do surgery. Oh, I would avoid neck surgery until it's, like, unbearable, absolutely. Because that's the kind of shit, like, man. Ugh, that kind of stuff is scary and so permanent. No joke, I'd have to sprint from one side of the stage to the other underneath it via the basement. It was the changing area. I can't tell you how many times it would just be me as a black hooded streak. Never really saw anything to stop me in my tracks. I just had a job. Exactly. Literally, it's like, even before you're done with your lines in that one character when you're on stage, you're already thinking, like, okay, I have to exit left stage. I have to get under the stage. I have to run across. And by the time I'm mid stage, I have to be naked. And by the time I'm back to right stage, I need my tits taped. Like, that's the only thing going through your mind. There might have been dicks flopping everywhere. I had no fucking idea. Like, that was just same. And my mom put me in theater when I was, like, 3. That's how long I was in it. Many years. People forget that Adam and Eve were created naked. It was until they ate the forbidden apple that clothed themselves. By that logic, God wanted us naked. I mean, I've never understood the concept of people trying to shame nudity via the Bible. Like, using the Bible to shame nudity just seems so bizarre, considering that entire setup you just said. No joke, I'd have to sprint from one side same, it's so relatable. The sprint. Take in the chaos, right? You just take it in and move it's wet bones, I hate it. I hate it. Hi, Trekkie, how are you? I have a ghost mask right there. I'm a big fan of Ghost. I try not to play them too much because I will wear them out. Like, I will listen to Ghost nonstop and never stop listening to them, and then people start to hate them, and I don't want to do that. Run burlesque shows for 3 to 4 years like I did and run strip clubs. Unless the nudity is going to involve me in some capacity, I could give a shit about what I'm looking at, right? At a certain point, it just becomes bodies, right? That's how it was in the hospital. I remember when I first started working in healthcare. This is a great. I think I've told this story a couple times, but it was my very, very first day on the floor with patients. And I just so happened to be doing my clinicals in the hospital my mom also worked at. She was not my preceptor, but she was there because you can't nepotism, obviously. So she was there, and she was working the ICU. And my preceptor took me up to the ICU, and she's like, "All right, this is your first patient." And I go into the room, and my mom is in the room doing a vent check with this patient. And my mom's like, "Let's do this." And my mom's an incredible respiratory therapist. The only reason I was good at my job, I swear to God, is my mom. She's a fucking nut brain when it comes to that stuff. She's been in respiratory as long as it existed, like since the days when you had to make ventilators, like it was crazy. So I really shadowed her as much as I could because she is absolutely smart, and she was harder on me than anyone else. Like, she really busted my ass in there, which is another reason I'm probably good at what I did. But anyways, I go in there, and there is this patient in the bed who is like morbidly obese, like unmovable kind of obese, but their gown was completely open. He's spread legged, and his balls and dick are out just for the world and God to see. And I shit you not, his testicles are as big as basketballs. So you don't even see a dick. It's like testicles with a belly button. Crazy. And it's with my mother. Like, my very first patient, very first day on the floors, my mom's in the room with me. And I walk in with my chart, ready to do my check. And I look up and I'm like, and the patient looks at me. "Hi. Hi, I'm Bob. Hi, I'm Bob. Bob is me. I am Bob." He was Bob, apparently. But I fucking swear to God, both nuts, like each testicle was individually, uniquely the size of a basketball. And apparently this phenomenon happens when some people, their kidneys and or liver will get off in some way or another, and your electrolytes in your body get unbalanced. And so what happens is electrolytes, meaning like salts, potassium, sugar, stuff like that. So what happens is your cells get all fucked up, and they try to balance the intracellular and extracellular fluid, which I've talked to you guys about, and I'm not going to go into again because I'm a broken record. But what happens is your body gets confused and it starts holding liquid, kind of like what we were talking about earlier with the 7 liters of liquid. I don't think this guy even had that much liquid on board, but your body will put the fluid wherever the place of least resistance is. So if you are a mobile person who's still walking around and doing things, it's usually going to go to your legs and your feet because it's just going with gravity. It's sinking down. And that usually means there's something wrong with your heart. Like, your heart isn't moving fluid like it should. But for someone who is so morbidly obese, they don't leave their bed anymore. They don't move around. So the place of least resistance is wherever stretchy skin is that doesn't have like restriction on it, which happens to be testicles and labia. I shit you not, I've also had a patient where I walked in the room, another one, a little off their gourd, spread eagle for the world and Jesus to see, and I thought they were a male patient because their labia were so swollen they had testicles. Not a joke. So anyways, huge testicles. He's screaming that his name's Bob, and my mom's just like, "Do your vent check." And she just stands there and watches me the whole fucking time while this dude's balls are bigger than my head, like swinging around me, and I'm doing this whole vent check on him. And it was probably one of the weirdest, but like, it was a sink or swim moment. You know what I mean? Like, nudity will never bother you after that moment of just experiencing that with your mom as she's smiling at you, knowing you're having this like, oh my God moment in your head with your mom. But after, like, you just end up seeing so many bodies after a certain period of time that bodies are bodies are bodies. And the weirdest thing is genitals don't age because they usually don't get exposed to sun unless you're one of those weird people that's exposing your taint to red light. Please don't do that. It's not a thing, and it will not raise your testosterone levels. What the fuck? They don't have literally any exposure to sun, and sun is the number one ager of skin. So it's really weird. You'll have like 80-year-old patients with like a 20-year-old cock. It's crazy. They don't age. What up, LZT? How are you? William, my new forced friend. But I seem to recall seeing an image of a guy with absolutely massive balls due to some kind of medical condition. It was probably fluid retention. It happens a lot, but his was just extreme. And that's why he was chanting. His name wasn't even Bob, but his electrolytes were so fucked up, he was getting crazy. So he had no idea where he was. He didn't know what was going on. I can't do shit about this, but by God, I'm gonna be polite to everyone I see. He was honestly one of the nicest patients I've ever had. He was so nice because he was looped out of his mind. He did not know his balls were out. He had no idea what was going on. Very nice patient, but like experiencing that with your mom for the first time is it's an experience, and she knew it. She was there on purpose. Like she knew it. She was basically like, we're going to break you in as fast as possible. She made me a good RT on purpose. It was just, extreme. Unless you're fucker Carl. Yeah. I can see her standing there leaning against the doorway, head tilt towards Bob as she says, do your vent check. It literally like this. No shit. Do your vent check. And and I think she was just like bullshitting with nurses as they walk past, laughing at me. Like no one would laugh at a patient. Like this is obviously a patient we're taking care of. Everyone was laughing at the situation. They're like, look at Katie and her mom with big balls, Bob. It was a sink or swim. It was a good one. Dicks and vaginas, seriously. Like, they are ageless. I don't know, one thing you notice, they don't change. Like, they don't age. I've been broiling my boys for years trying to raise my testosterone. I'm mad. Maybe it raised your testosterone then. I immediately thought those people on Facebook that they need to sun their taint. What the fuck? What the shit? I hope no one's don't sun your taint. Don't do that. Don't do that. What? No. Stop it. Stop doing that. I don't even want to know. Tucker loves candy and high heels and buff naked men sunning their genitals. He really does, though. I heard that M&M's was getting rid of their, M&M people, but I saw a bunch of ads on the Super Bowl of them. Sounds like some shit my mom would do to my sister if they were nursing together. 100%. I think every mom, I would do it to my kid if I had a kid. 100%. 100%. Because it's hilarious. Like, it's hilarious, and you both have to keep a stone cold face. You can't laugh at because even if you laugh at a situation, the chances of your patient thinking you're laughing at them, regardless of whether or not they're looped out on their own electrolytes, is not okay. So the self-control and the restraint it takes to go through that, and a vent check can take 30 to 45 minutes, especially on a patient that's looped out of their mind and not doing too good, because you're probably making changes to the vent. I spent a lot of time with Bob and his balls, so I'm going to say. Bob lived. We got his balls normal, by the way. Mom has big ball seniority, 100%. 100%. I mean, it's better now if this is for you. That's literally why she did it, 9list. Not kidding you. Like, my first couple weeks on the floor in clinicals as a respiratory therapist, my mom and my preceptor took me into some of the worst, most chaotic, humorous / horrible situations. Like, if there was something terrible going down, basically this is what everyone does, though. It wasn't just me. Thankfully, my mom was there, so everybody knows my mom, and so everybody was very hard on me. No one was nice and sweet to me. I got no second chances, not that I needed them, but you know what I mean? Like, most of the nurses at this hospital, I was actually born at this hospital. No shit. One of my patients ended up being the doctor who yanked me out of my mom's puss at one point. Crazy stories. So this hospital was like something I already had grown up in. So every single nurse had known me. Half of them were there the day I was born. One of the nurses literally forced my mom to let her hold me before my dad could hold me. Like, she slid in and was like, I'm the dad. Ha ha ha. No shit. So they were fucking hard on me. Like, they were like, they didn't help. I was not given a helping hand. You know what I mean? But it made me a really, really good RT, and it made me violently independent. And I'm glad for that. But if basically at any hospital, if there's a student and everyone in the department knows there's a student, every single code, every ER call, every single thing that happens that's drastic or emergent, they will call the preceptor and be like, yo, we got this. You're ready? Are you free? And they send the student. Always. Because anybody can give a fucking nebulizer. We call it slinging nebs. Anybody can sling nebs. You can sling a neb. I guarantee you today could sling nebs. Anybody can sling nebs. Not everybody can work a code by themselves. And when you are a respiratory therapist, like working and not precepting or not in clinicals, you're alone all the time. So you don't have anyone there to ask a question. No one there is your same scope of practice. So you have to be violently independent. So it's not just me. I think I got it a little bit. I know I got it harder because they all know me. But we did it. I mean, every hospital I've ever been to, that's just the way it is. If there's a student precepting, they go to it 100%. And if they're willing, you make them run it. You're there to stop. Like, it's not like you're experimenting on a patient. Never. You're right there, literally shoulder to shoulder with that patient in case anything, if they reach for the wrong thing, if they even think the wrong thing, you're there to fucking slap them in the eye and be like, no. But it's the only way because as a respiratory therapist, especially, or a code team, if you're on the code team as a nurse or anything like that, your specialty is running codes. Like, that's a lot of the people in the room will look to you as to what to do. And if you don't have that confidence, by the time you're an RT, you're going to end up slinging nebs for 40 years, and I'd rather die. Mm-mm. Are there medical workers who would look down on a person, like judge their body, etc.? I mean, I can't say no. I can't say no because that's generalizing. I'm sure there are. I've definitely seen like older, I'm talking old, antiquated doctors do that. Absolutely. I have never seen a nurse or an RT do that ever. Ever in a million years. But I've definitely seen, and it's not like, it's usually literally like we'll get a patient in that ends up in the ICU. And the doctors, you guys know my stories, they very rarely even come to patient rooms. They stand in the doorway and talk to the nurse and then walk away. But they'll stand in the doorway and they'll look at the patient and be like, oh, they're obese. And that's their solution. They'll just be like, they're obese. And you're like, okay, they're here for a broken arm. Like, the conversations you have to have that are so stupidly obvious sometimes with some of these. And it's just this really, really antiquated, like, they probably went to medical school in the 70s and 80s when the fat-free diet lifestyle was blooming and became very, very prolific. And that was part of their medical training, unfortunately. To this day, I mean, my medical training, I was not required to take one nutrition class ever. I was never given a class on nutrition. The only reason I know what I know is I have my undergrad was in chemistry. And I thought food science was fun, so I did some chemistry and food science. And I know a little bit, like, I understand the enzymatic process of, like, digestion and shit like that because of that background. But if you don't have a background like that, I have no idea. Like, there is no nutritional training whatsoever unless you are literally become the nutritionist for a hospital. You know what I mean? It's bizarre that we are allowed to comment on obesity when we are given zero training in that area at all. Now, if someone comes in and says, I have a hard time breathing and I think it's because of my weight, then we're allowed, obviously the conversation has been open for me to be like, do you want advice on how to lose weight? Is that what you're here to look for? But, like, never in a million years is it appropriate to walk into someone's room and just be like, oh, your problems are because you're fat. At all. In any way, shape, or form. Because we all know BMI is bullshit and weight dictates nothing. You can be very, very healthy and overweight, and you can be exceedingly unhealthy and be thin as fuck. None of it correlates at all. But it's rare, and it's almost literally, it's always just been these, like, old, and they have other other really, really horrible, antiquated views and issues and shit that bother me as well. It sucks. The whole anal bleaching thing, dude, what the fuck, though? Like, how was I supposed to know you don't use real bleach? Oh my god. Can you imagine? I've seen some of those weird homeopathy people that are into spreading their ass cheeks at the sun to tan their butthole. That's the thing. They think it's raising their testosterone or some shit. I've got nothing on that front. It's so bizarre to me. That is so bizarre. I'm happier than I would think to find out Bob's balls were covered. Me too. Honestly, they can burst. You can burst parts of your body by fluid retention. It's pretty bad. Working in the animal clinic, we laughed at some really fucked up shit to keep from crying. 100%. 100%. I mean, there was some, it's shit that you don't ever, like, you would never, yeah, you have to. I think working in any sort of healthcare field, whether it's animals or humans, you have to. It's like a survival technique to develop a very dark sense of humor. Because if you don't, I mean, you're going to have a real mentally hard time. You see some fucked up shit. The date was in 2014 because I remember the Giants winning the World Series and celebrations happening. Oh my god, that's amazing. It's good, though, getting the messy training stuff out of the way. Once you're over it, you can get back to learning. Exactly. Exactly. I truly believe that because if you because you know these situations are ultimately going to happen. You're going to be in a code eventually. You're going to be in this and that situation. And the longer you don't get to do one, the more your anxiety grows. Like you're just having me sling nebs when if by the end of this preceptorship you haven't had me attend a code yet and I go get a job, they're just going to expect me to attend a code and I don't know what the fuck to do. Absolutely. I think it's literally like once you get over the worst, you can just it's over. Like that's the worst that's ever going to happen. You know what I mean? So now you can calm down, realize that nothing's going to get worse than that, and if you mentally know you can get through that, you're fine. Or at least you're able to get through it, you know what I mean? It's a successful training method with the no standing over somebody like that. If you screw up and somebody shoves you out of the way, you never forget it and never make the same mistake twice. Trauma teaching, it's true. I mean, honestly, it's kind of a scare tactic. Like, if I see my student about to do something really dangerous or really like to grab, not harmfully, but be like, hey, and kind of jolt them, no, they'll never do it again. They will never do it again. I'm not harming them, but you know what I mean? It's the seriousness of it. Like, no, no. You know what I mean? Yeah, it sucks, but when you are literally in high energy traumatic situations every day for 12 hours a day, you kind of got to get used to it, unfortunately, which is why I'm not a jumpy person anymore. People have asked me that before cuz my dogs will flip out cuz someone knocks on the door and I just sit here very calmly and look over at them. I don't have a jumpy anymore. Like it scares me, but I don't have a physical jumpy anymore cuz it's just gone. It's been rubbed out of me. Not rubbed out. Worked out? Rubbed out's wrong. Like a not being rubbed out of you. It's just gone. I don't have it anymore. I don't react. I'm not reactionary, I guess would be the word. The amount of doctors whose solution to everything is losing weight is wild. Also, younger nutritionists versus older one has a massively different approach to weight and health. Is it better with the younger generation, Rapster? Have you had experience with that? I'm very curious. Needs to lose weight, not for now me, because I can move like a freaking ballet dancer, but I'm worried about what 6-year-old me knees will be like. I think about that all the time. I think about that Anubis all the time. Like, my knees already bother me, and I'm not overweight. I think about that, like, fuck. In 30 years, am I gonna have knees? I needed extra money and did the whole standardized patient thing. It paid well, but it was pretty interesting to see how they actually learned how to do a differential to problem solve was exhausting. The mental acuity of some doctors is fucking phenomenal. I could not enough gun. Isn't that dude, I think I've told you guys this before. My childhood, like up until I was it feels like my whole life I said I wanted to be a veterinarian. I grew up watching like those veterinary shows on Animal Planet and Discovery Channel. I would watch the runs of them, like 12 hours of them at my nana's house. I loved those shows so much. Anything on Animal Planet, basically, but I loved the vet shows. And then I learned, I don't remember what age I was or at what point, but it was fairly far down the road. I learned you have to put animals down. Why I didn't know this because I grew up on a farm where your dad takes your old dog into the field and your old dog suddenly doesn't exist anymore. They just died. My dad just shot our dogs. It's fine. We don't go to the vet. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't grow up in a vet family. I grew up in a farm family. So I didn't know this. Once I found that out, I was like, oh, absolutely not. I can't do that. Like I can't even stand to watch all the dog commercials during the Super Bowl. I cried for every single one. I am such a fucking sap when it comes to animals. So what did I do? Turn around to unplug Nana for a living.
Calm the bitch down.
I think I went a little extreme. But to this day, I'd rather unplug Nana than a puppy. I don't know. It's terrible, but I can't with the animals. I just love them so much. Kinger, thank you so much for that Prime sub, love. Don't forget your Prime subs, bitches. I work for an eye doctor. Lady came in thinking she had 2 contacts in. Oh my fucking what? Stop. Hold on. I have a thing with eyes. I have to take a... My mouth just sweated like I was going to puke. How? I don't know if I can read it out loud yet, but how did she get so many in her eye? How did she get so many in her eye? on my mouth. I'm gonna vomit. This is so bad. Hold on. A lady came in thinking she had 2 contacts in. I pulled 7 contacts out of her eye just to discover she also had a worm in it. Her eye. The wrinkle she saw was wiggling. I don't
Calm the bitch down.
I don't know what to do right now. Oh my God. I calmly said, I don't know how you calmly said anything. I calmly said, ma'am, I got them out. I'll go get the doctor. What? I'm going to be haunted by that for the rest of my life. Bless your fucking soul. Oh my God. Decided you were too combative? Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. What the fuck? I don't know what to do right now. Good morning, Warcraft Chris. Oh my God. Oh my God, Cable. No, what's the update? Did they get it? Did they take it out? I'm so sorry. I probably missed it. My chat's been doing the doubly thing all day. I'm trying to refresh it. I think it might be Stream Elements fucking me up again. Same logic where you're on, didn't know how to use the car flicker. I mean, 7 contacts in your eye. How? Oh my God, Lizzie, you should spit that out, but don't look at it. Oh my God. That's a no from me, dog. What the My eyes are just watering. I'm really gonna vomit. That is just. She wears dailies and forgot to take them out at night, apparently. And okay. What was the worm? Was it a parasite? Same, David. I dated a guy who wore dailies, and every once in a while he would forget to take them out and fall asleep in them. And when he woke up in the morning, his eyes would hurt so bad, and he'd literally have to peel the contact off of his eye because your eye like grows a little thin layer of skin over it while you're sleeping, and it like sticks the contact to your eye, and and he would have to peel them off, but he never. I mean, he never didn't know it was in there. What the fuck? He actually ended up getting an ulcer on his eye because he kept doing that, and he ended up having to not wear contacts anymore because he was irresponsible with them. I just can't. I love y'all, and I never want you to change how you talk about things, but sometimes I read things in here that makes my skin want to leave the room without me. I know. Oh my God. Oh my God. She just. I'm still just like, I'm gonna puke. She tried telling me her vision was wonky because her prescription changed. Ma'am, though. I'm gonna do drugs now. I like want to cry and laugh at the same time. How do you sleep at night? Nuh-uh. It was a parasite. Oh no! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. She swam in Mexico with her contacts in, and I'm assuming it got stuck behind the contact. I'm gonna smoke those thoughts away now. Smoke the thoughts away. Da-na-na. Smoke the thoughts away. This song is called The Pot. Oh my god, I'm sorry I missed that. This song is by Tool and it's called The Pot. You must have been so high off of 10,000 Days, I think. It's a great song. Cheers to not any of that. She made a friend. Wait, can she get busted for like trafficking a live creature across the border? I want to die. I swiftly told my boss I was hired for back-end billing, not tech fillin'. I now work from home 3 days a week and work at the back office 2 days a week. Thank fuck for your sanity. Fucking what? I am disturbed. I feel like a lot of folks would benefit from a basic hygiene class. I feel the same. Would they listen though? It's like everybody knows basic hygiene, but it's like they wait until something terrible happens to them to then take part in the hygiene. They're like, I'm just gonna see how dirty I can get, and then that's my point, and then I'll stay clean from that moment out. And it's like, what? What? Yes, Monsters Inside Me. I honestly couldn't really watch it. That one freaks me out. Parasites freak me out. I've seen videos of wiggly worms and eyes and stuff, and they really freaked me out. This is not fair. One, I'm working, and two, all my vices just made me more awake. I can't smoke this memory away. All I can do is drink more caffeine. I mean, maybe eventually you get to that caffeine point where you just go to sleep. I went home and asked my husband for a Brillo pad. I've never wanted to scrub my eyes out so much. I haven't even seen it and I want to do that. It's so weird that you mentioned this because I think it was yesterday. I was going to open my phone and see if it was on there, but I think it was too old. Like yesterday or the day before, there was a post on Reddit, I think, and someone had like over 20 contacts in their eye. Like that's how many they had left, but they were like behind their eyeball as well. Oh, it was some of the fucking. I didn't even open it because I didn't want to see pictures or anything. Just the idea of it. It was an astronomical number. Like it was something that you're just like, how? How is no one around you going, what's in your eye? I don't understand how you get to that point. I have no fucking idea. I couldn't do contacts. I tried. I cannot stand. I always feel something in my eye, no matter what. And I put makeup in my eye and shit. That doesn't bother me. But contacts did, and I'm so glad they did bother me. Oh my god, which one was that? Was that literally the eyeball one? Hold on, I'll make a note and I'll try to find it. It's in there somewhere. It's in my. Didn't it used to be? I thought we had it as an emote down there. I thought I did make it a Frinker face emote. I'll make a note because I know I still have it somewhere. Actually, I think I know exactly where it is. One sec. Let's see if I can get it fast. I think I know where it is. I have mildly organized stuff. Mildly. mildly. Emotes. Oh my god, speaking of shit in your eye. Ew. I found a picture of me with blonde hair, but it's when a piece of eyeliner got stuck behind my eyeball and just like leaked out the front for an hour. I took a picture of it. It's disgusting, and I pulled it open, and I'm gonna show it to you. So if eye stuff freaks you out, don't look in a minute. But I know the eye's in here. Hold on. Where is my eye? So many good memories of old emotes in here. Oop, found it. It's the 28 one, though. Why is it so small? I can add bigger ones now. I mean, I guess that's fine. At least I found it. It's just so small. Ma'am. Haha, I found it. Got him. Do you want it as a franker face emote or do you want it as a follower emote? Because you can use those across Twitch now, I think. And I have open spots in both. What would you like it in? Did you see that 1-9 list? Do you remember how many it was? I saw a popular post on Reddit. Apparently someone's girlfriend was just casually dumping her contact lenses by the bed. Wait. Like, just like... Ew. Oh, that's... All I can think of is, like, people that wipe their boogers on the side of the bed. Like, she just, like... I knew someone that did that with false eyelashes, but no shit, the next morning they would peel them off their nightstand and put them back on. Fucking what the fuck? It's a miracle these people aren't fucking blind. What do you just want to call it eye again? I don't know what else to call it. It's literally just my eyeball. What do you want it called? I have so many open emote spots. Honestly, Lizzie, I can put it in any of them. I'm putting it in one of the follower ones, so you guys can just use it everywhere if you want to. It's easier, honestly. Just dumping over the headboard. I don't understand it, Kona, and it's honestly, like, from what I understand, it's not even, like, really tattooing. They basically just inject ink into the white part of the eye, and it spreads around and just kind of moves like a fluid with the fluid of the eyeball, right? It's not like they actually tattoo the eyeball, I think. But you can go blind. Like, that ink can go into your eye, like the iris and the pupil, and you can just go blind from it. Oh, I would never. Okay. Emote attribution? The fuck does that mean? No idea. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Okay, I uploaded it, so it should be there pretty soon. It'll be in there pretty darn soon, and it's a free one, so it's a follower one. I have one more spot open for follower ones. I'll have to go. I have a lot of old emotes that I've, like, rotated out. I'll go through them eventually. Eventually. You're welcome. No shit, you only need them for your left eye? Interesting. Your right eye's totally perfect eyesight? That's so interesting. I'm not usually super squeamish, but I will definitely say billing is my niche. I'll take angry patients that owe money over touching their eyes all day. Eyes are fucking eyes. I don't know what it is, man. Recently, I saw I think it was a MRI or it was an X-ray, some kind of cool ray where they can take a video of the image, and it was a profile of someone rubbing their eye. Just like, when you casually rub your eye and it feels real good and you're like, "Oh, yeah." And literally your eye turns into an oval, like your eye squishes into an oval shape and moves around like a piece of jello in your skull, and it fucked me up. I don't know. Shit's weird. Your eye is not a solid ball by any means. It was literally every time you rub your eye, it just like moves like this pancakey thing in your face. It's fucking gross. Because you must suffer with me. This is what friendship is. You're welcome. Mayo, was it gross? I didn't realize it would be as good as it was. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a sad one, but a little bit sorry. My right eye had better vision the last time it was checked. No shit. You might be the only person in the world who's getting better eyesight. Is that why it feels so good? Honestly, so it was I follow a lot of doctors on Instagram, and they will post like scientific studies and stuff like that. No personal information, obviously. And this one was a neurodoc, and it was a scientific study of why we rub our eyes. And the caption on it was something like doing this, like giving that good rub to your eyeballs at the end of the day is essentially scratching your brain. And that's why you get like that kind of that ocean sound in your ears, kind of like your ears are going to pop almost. Like if you clench your eyes really hard, I can do that. I can make my ears like kind of do that weird buzz, like they're going to pop. When you do that, it's that nerve is, yeah, it's just the mental image. I love rubbing my eyes. Taking your makeup off at the end of the day and just like, oh, going to town feels so fucking good. But thinking about it, it's real gross. It's just a squishy bitch in there, which is, I mean, I honestly, I still don't understand how that works because I remember dissecting an eyeball when I was in school, and they are hard and solid. Like if you just hold an eyeball that has been pulled out of a skull, it's like a solid. It's your eyeball is like this leathery, tough, like connective tissue, like white, shiny connective tissue. On the inside, it's just fluid and a free floating lens. Like that's all there is on the inside. But when it's a solid, I wouldn't sit there and do this to it. It seems like it's damaging, but apparently it totally is okay when we just I don't fucking know. I don't know. Eyes are creepy. They weird me out. Mama's making stew. Jesus fucking Christ. How dare you all scratching your damn eyes? Well, when, like, you don't do this at the end of the day, it feels so good. I don't know. I don't know if I mean, I think the eyeball I dissected in school, it was either a sheep eyeball or a cow eyeball. And they are a little bit different. Like, you know how when you look at an animal at nighttime and you shine lights in their eyes, you see that glossy green sheen? And that basically is the animal. The animal has a mild amount of night sight. That's what that is. So if you cut open a cow's eyeball, literally on the back of the eyeball is like this weird coating of the same connective tissue, but it looks like the inside of an abalone shell. It's like rainbow. And that is like this extra reflective layer of tissue in the eyeball. I don't know the specifics. I am not an eyeball specialist by any means, and it's been many years. But that's what causes that green glow, and that's what gives them like the ability to see at night. They can actually collect more light in their eyes than you and I can, or reflect it, or something like that. That gives them the ability to like refract all the light that's in the air in their environment, even if it's dark out. They can like bounce it back and forth in their eyes more, which makes them able to see. I don't fucking know. Something like that. It has to do with the night vision. I know. I just don't know this. I don't remember the specifics of how it works. But it's fascinating. But I do remember the eye being solid. And we, like, in movies, whenever they show someone getting cut open with a scalpel, it's like they just split open like fucking the softest, pillowy shit ever. It's never like that. Nothing in your body cuts like that ever. You have to apply a fair amount of pressure. And an eyeball, we literally had to saw it open. Like, it's like the joint tissue in a chicken wing, like that shit that you can rip the meat off with your teeth, but you ain't getting it off the bone. It's like that. So I don't know about this and the squishiness. I don't fucking know. It creeps me out. Honestly, I have no idea. I don't know enough about eyes. They freak me out. Oh my God, I've been using this as a water bottle for about a month now. I kind of love the judging eyes it gets me at the gym. Shut up. Okay, but like go to work and eat pudding out of a mayo jar. Someone do that, please. Like, will someone just put their yogurt in a mayo jar for me and eat it in front of people, please? I don't have people to eat around, but if anybody goes in public, I would appreciate that. Please take the pictures. I need to see the face. That's fantastic. Cows, pigs, and sheep are probably the closest to ours. We do cows for new employees. No shit. It was probably a cow eyeball then. We got cow and sheep parts. I know we had a sheep brain. A cow chuck, which is like the trachea, heart, and lungs just like yanked out of the cow and they give it to you in one chunk. It's fucking nasty. It's called the chuck for some reason. But that's what we got was a cow one. And mainly we got a cow one, and then when you're further in the program, you eventually get people parts. You get a cadaver and shit. But I think they like to use cow parts because they're huge. But they look a lot like what ours, they'll look almost identical to what we look like on the inside in terms of your respiratory and circulatory system. But it's like magnified times 10, because cows are huge. So it's a lot easier to identify parts in a huge cow versus a person. So by the time you can identify them in a cow, you can probably identify them in a person, I think. I love that. No more night vision, night sight. Ooh, I like night sight. Hey, Brittany, how are you? Of course. I can, like anesthesia, what's up? I'm not an anesthesiologist, but I know a little bit. I love sour things and would often squeeze lemon juice in my mouth and watch people. I love eating lemons. We grew up with a lemon tree in my nana's yard and we eat them all the time. I am so on your side. Glut is too. We are fans of the sour. I'll shred my mouth on sour candies. It's a problem. I'll open like a leather sofa. I don't know about y'all, but I'll be hot when. Wait, what? I'll open like a leather sofa. I'll be hot when the coroner opens me. Wait, why are you gonna be hot? Wait. What's happening? Are you a ghost? Oh my god. I say tickle bitties all the time, and the looks I get, people have to look at me and they're like, oh, I get it. It's amazing. Is that like an old saying people don't say anymore? Pulled the end out and yelled, frothy with a grin. We got a sheep's lungs and trachea in secondary school biology. The teacher used a bicycle pump to make them work. Frothy, are you fucking with me? That is so sick. As you know, I'm a heavy user and I woke up mid-surgery before. It was only a light one with propofol, though. Does the anesthesiologist see how deep I'm sleeping, even if I'm high as fuck? So anytime you take any kind of recreational drugs, you definitely want to let the doctor and the anesthesiologist know, because no matter what it is, even if it's THC, it can affect how the anesthesia works. And what they'll do is the anesthesiologist has every time I've seen it, it's literally like a rolling cart of all the machines you would normally see in a patient's room that are like connected to the walls. And they have you connect up to so many different sensors, heart sensors, ox sensors, so on and so forth, while they're administering the anesthetic drugs, that they can tell you're waking up just by how your respiratory rate will start to rise, your heart rate starts to rise, things like that start to rise before you're even conscious. And they're watching those neurotically. Like, they sit in front of this literal tower of screens and machines and knobs. It's wild. Again, I am not an anesthesiologist, just been there and I've seen it. And they're watching every single thing your body's doing while surgery is going on. And if any of those things start to go up, any of those stats start to go up, they will adjust the anesthesia. They don't wait for you to open your eyes. The people that wake up during surgery are the kinds of people who wake up, it's like that. And they're usually people who have some sort of liver, kidney thing, or they've in the past abused drugs. They currently are on regular narcotic use for one reason or the other, so on and so forth, regular alcoholics, stuff like that. THC, however, does not affect the same same organ systems that anesthetic drugs go through, if that makes sense. When we're just smoking pot, it goes through our lungs and immediately breaches the blood-brain barrier, gets into our blood and goes to our brain immediately. That's why we get high instantaneously and it wears off pretty darn fast. Whereas things that you have to ingest into your stomach, into your body, and or, they're putting them in a A-line or IV or whatever, those have to go through a lot of different barriers to get into your actual system. And most of the time they're going to be processed by either your liver or your kidneys. And your liver and your kidneys are going to dictate the strength and how much we need, so on and so forth. Like, the only people I've ever seen straight up wake up in the middle of surgery, like actually open their eyes and struggle, are people who are regular users of narcotics or alcohol. Because what happens is their liver and kidneys don't react the way that someone who's not regularly on painkillers reacts to anesthesia or really anything it's going to process. And it's either one of two ways. Either the drugs work right away, we put them under just like a normal person, and then they wake up during surgery and we go, oh, fuck, they lied about their drug history. We need to hit them with more drugs. Or what I've seen is you'll try to put them under and they don't go to sleep. Like normally, literally, they'll push the fentanyl and propofol and look at you and go, so how's the family? And as you talk, you'll suddenly just go blah, 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 and just be out. They'll just keep talking. And you're like, okay, hit him with another 50. And you keep going, and the doctor keeps going, and they're just talking still. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then all of a sudden, 30 minutes later, they're out like a zombie, and you can't wake them up without Narcan. Because it like built up in their system, and then suddenly their liver decides to process it all at once. Again, I'm not a professional in these areas. These are just what I've experienced a lot. So that's those are the only two ways I'd say that you're gonna really have fucked up problems is if you, and I'm not saying like, I'm just saying narcotics, opiates, whether you're on heroin or you regularly take painkillers because of a legit injury and it's from your doctor. Either one, just be honest. If you're going into surgery, be fucking honest with what you do. The problem with smoking is that our lungs, because we're smoking, anything, I mean, there's no scientific evidence or proof that smoking pot does anything that cigarettes do or anything like that. There's no tar, there's no nicotine involved, there's no chemicals otherwise that are affecting you in a negative way. Like pot's not going to kill you. It'll make you feel like you want to die sometimes, but it's not going to kill you unless like a barrel of it falls on your head and breaks your neck. Like that's the only way weed's going to kill you. But we are inhaling, like I've talked about that before, like the visible smoke that we're exhaling is actually a part of the plant that is not burning to a small enough molecule to be absorbed. And that can stick in our lungs, stick in our throat. We can get an icky cough from it. And any of that can make it harder for us to wake up from anesthesia, which is why you really want to be honest if you're smoking anything. If you are inhaling anything that's not just pure fucking mountain air, tell your doctor. They ain't gonna fucking call a cop and narc you out or anything. It's just important to know. Because if you don't tell me, if your mom's in the room and you don't want to say you smoke cigarettes and you don't tell me that, when we suddenly try to bring you out of anesthesia because I want to extubate you, you don't wake up because your oxygen levels are a lot lower than the normal person's and you're not breathing the same because we've put you at such a deep sleep. Like you guys know, when you sleep in a really, really deep state, your respiratory rate goes down, your oxygen goes down a little bit because you're sleeping. That's okay. But they take a much longer time to wake up because as they're sleeping, the mucus and things that aren't normally being coughed up by the frozen cilia in their throat get stuck in their lungs, so they're not getting the same oxygen supply. So like the average person saturates around 98 to 100% oxygen just awake. And then we drop to around 97, 96 while we're sleeping. These people will drop to around 88 while they're sleeping. And it's real hard to get back conscious from that. Like we get down into the 85s, 82s, that we get into brain damage territory. Like it's not a big jump to get into the area where you're getting an anoxic injury in your brain. So when you lie about that kind of thing, we don't Narcan you to bring you out of anesthesia. We just take the anesthesia away and expect you to wake up naturally as someone with good old healthy lungs would. So it honestly, biggest piece of advice I can give you is just be as honest as possible with your doc and your anesthesiologist. They don't care about anything other than not killing you. They do not want to kill you. So any information about any of your medical past, any narcotics you've ever taken, ever, is valuable to them because they just don't want to kill you. That's it. They just are aiming not to kill you. Cheers. I have a hit left, I think. Oh, I have a question. Is there a medical condition in which causes your farts not to stink? Well, so the thing, I don't know if it's a condition or not, but basically your farts are the byproduct of the bacteria in your colon digesting the food that you've eaten. And when they're chomping away at the food you've eaten, they're breaking it down into smaller molecules so that our intestines can actually absorb those molecules into our bloodstream and give our body nutrition. We all have a ton of little bacteria in our butts, and farts are literally the byproduct of those bacteria going to work. And when you eat something that isn't normally part of your diet, or your normal gut biome just doesn't know what to do with it, your farts will smell like death. If you have a real healthy diet and a real healthy gut biome and you're taking probiotics daily and you eat a lot of yogurt, you will have scentless farts. But it's kind of a toss-up. A lot of it's genetic. Like, you tend to get your gut bacteria, I think, from your mom. I don't fart. I don't know what it is. I mean, I've literally, in the history of my relationship, Zach said he caught me farting one time. Not even a joke. He took a video of himself at 2 a.m. going, babe, you farted. I don't know what it is. I just don't. I think I just don't eat often enough and or I just eat healthy. I don't fucking I don't know. Anubis, yes, kind of. It's kind of like, oh god, yes. Short answer, yes. So what happens is if you chronically are putting yourself in a state of fog brain, your brain will adjust to that being its homeostatic point of function. So kind of like with anyone who's abusing anything that's affecting their brain, i.e. alcohol or pain drugs or anything like that, your brain will adjust for that to be its homeostatic point. So then even when you're not smoking and you're not actively high, your brain will struggle to keep itself in that state of being because that is your normal now. It's like when some like I know that some people who gain a lot of weight and stay at a higher weight for a long period of time, their body becomes homeostatic at that point. And then when they lose weight, they feel starving, even though they're eating a lot. Like they're probably working out and eating a lot of food. They feel fucking starving because their body is still trying to struggle to put them back at what was their homeostatic point, what you basically forced yourself into being your new normal. Like you can force your body into a new normal state of being, whether it's healthy or not. You know what I mean? It takes a while though. I mean that it takes a long time to get your body to want to stay at a certain point, like chronic use, abuse, so on and so forth, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Fermented foods are very, very healthy. Kombucha, sauerkraut, pickled anything. I made my own pickles recently. I did pickled red onions and pickled radishes. They're really good. It's not permanent. No, you can absolutely force yourself back into but the problem is like it takes work. Your body won't naturally go back to a point of higher functioning without you getting, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like working out regularly and then you're not working out anymore. It's a lot easier to become lazy than it is to get back in the routine of working out. Does that make sense? And our bodies, I mean, we are hardwired to save calories and not burn calories and to love food high in calorie because our body wants us to live. Calories are good. Like it's unfortunate. It's like the most delicious, deadly thing in the world. Like it's the one thing that you can't eat too much of, but you got to still do. No one's going to be like, you got to do a little bit of heroin or you'll die. You know what I mean? But sugar is highly addicting. Shit sucks. It's a really bizarre concept, but absolutely, it just takes work, like really trying. I've known people that have put themselves in that permanent brain fog before. I thankfully don't because I don't. As much as I smoke, I don't smoke enough for that. Thank fuck. And I also, when I smoke, I tend not to roll into that like state of mind or that like state of being like, I smoke a little bit, just take the edge off, and I go about my day. I don't ever want to be that foggy. Like that's why I'm being very delicate with this weed. This weed is strong as fuck and gets me high. I don't want to be like ever, even when I'm not streaming. Like that's not my goal, unless I'm like sick and want to go to sleep or something. I asked because my farts rarely smell anymore and it makes me sad. Have you been eating healthy? Lots of fiber. If you poop regularly, you're gonna fart less. Farts tend to come from the bacteria redigesting the rotting colon food. So like I think I've told you guys about like you never want to be constipated for an exceeding amount of time because your colon can literally rot. Your intestines and your intestinal tract is where all the nutritional absorption actually happens. Your stomach is just a holding tank slash breakdown tank, and then your intestines are full of little bacteria and little enzymes and all sorts of little creatures that further break down what you've eaten, and then your intestines absorb what they can. But if you aren't drinking enough water and you're not consuming enough fiber, the shit isn't going through your body quick enough because you're not, moving it through with more fiber. Your body doesn't know the difference between nutritions and toxins, and it will start to absorb the toxins, and it can literally kill your colon. Neuro, what up, homie? We talking shit, bro? How you doing, honey bean? Neuro's one of my good friends who I worked with at Johns Hopkins. By the way, another super nerd who talks about health stuff on Twitch, if you guys like this kind of shit. How are you, love? Oh, the bot. We didn't reconnect the bot. That's a good reminder. The bot's been real weird today, so we disconnected it, but I'll reconnect it now. At least we know it's not just doing things on its own anymore. That's good. All right. It's apparently joined. We shall see. Honestly, like before, if I would have known how cool the digestive system is before I like dedicated myself on the respiratory path, I totally would have gone into some sort of digestive science because digestion is so fascinating. There's so much to it. That's why I know so much. Like I retained so much about it because I just thought it was the coolest shit ever. No pun intended, but it is some of the coolest shit ever. Digestion is fascinating. I'm in a fog since yesterday. I thought I just needed more sleep. I got lots last night, but I still can't break the fog today. I don't smoke weed though. Dude, I've been in a fog the last couple days too. I think it's just the weird weather and stuff. Dude, neuro's the shit. No pun. Again, sorry, we're just talking about poop a lot. Shit's on the mind. Welcome back, Stream Elements bot. Oh, you're still gonna do double things? That's okay. Neuro's worth the double. Make it a quadruple. Make it a triple. Fuck it. Made me think I want to make kimchi fried rice. Oh, yum. I haven't had good kimchi for a really long time. I'm getting tons of digestion stuff, especially with norovirus. Same. Well, digestion and respiratory. Because have you heard about this fungal respiratory shit going around? It's freaking, because I talk about fungal pneumonia and dirty bongs all the time. It's freaking people out. I'm like, okay, no one said it's coming. Exactly. I'm like, it's multiple weird fungal strains. No one's saying it's coming from bong water yet. Let's just clean our fucking bongs and be safe and not start that shit. But for real, there's a couple different, I guess you don't call them strains because it's a fungus. There's a couple different fungal pneumonias that have been, or fungal infections. Are we calling them pneumonias? The fungal lung infections that have been going around the States. I don't know where it's come from or anything. I haven't heard that much about it, but because I talk about it in relation to having a clean smoking piece all the time, I've had a few DMs or 10 being like, oh shit, is this from bongs? Not yet. There's tons of fungal infections we've been stressing about for ages before TLU. I heard there's a couple that have like, oh no shit, it's from the southeast US. It's mostly aspergillus. I knew it was aspergillus, but there was one other one my mom was telling me about. I think it's something similar though. It's something from wet, damp areas. Asparagus? Aspergillus. Fungal lungles, right? You don't want to fungal anything because fungus is forever. You don't want fungal nothing. Nobody gets to kill me except me, not even a fungus, right? Fuck that. I still don't know why and how people get Crohn's disease. Isn't it something that's genetic? Don't they not use the Asperger's anymore because the guys who it's named after was like a Nazi dude? Don't we just say the spectrum because the Asperger's dude was terrible? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I heard this somewhere, so I've been avoiding the term. Crohn's is still, we don't know, sick. Well, there you go. There's an actual neuro doctor saying we don't know. So there's two. I don't know either. I don't know. We don't know. That's what I thought. I don't know. I mean, if you have Asperger's and you want to call yourself Aspie, I think that's on you. I think that's the thing. It's high functioning autism, right? And is it correct? Like the person it was named after was a bad person. Viata, right? Like if that's how he chooses to describe himself, that's for him. Like absolutely, that's him. Like this is like when I call myself crazy. I'm allowed to call myself crazy. You can't call me crazy. No, 100% agree. I get that 100%. I was literally asking to clarify because I thought I heard that somewhere, and I was watching an older show. What was I watching recently? I watched an older show or movie or something, and the person kept saying I have Asperger's, and I was like, it twinged me every time I heard it because I was like, isn't this bad now? It wasn't a Nazi person. Asperger was trying to divide autistic people between good and bad autistics. That language? I mean, what? The ones they wanted to destroy and the ones that were useful? I feel great inside. That made me feel good. Some people diagnosed still use it, and that's what I'm saying. Like you can do whatever you want to do. I was just trying to clarify for my own use. The no shit, because the term high functioning was if they got to live or die. Oh my fucking god. That's disgusting. Either way, I always talk to patients as to how they want to refer to it and what they're comfortable with. Me too. That was honestly the best thing anyone ever taught me was like, if you don't know, just ask. Most people are so happy. I feel like there's a hair stuck to my face. Most people are so happy to talk about it and or they'd rather tell you and what's the saying? Assuming makes an ass out of me and you. Right? I know it's like gross, but I'm curious what they dictated was useful. But ew. It's just all ew. Like honestly, I don't. I'm an autistic person. Only the older folks use Asperger's. It's completely phased out for the younger gen. That's what I figured. And probably because that's what they were diagnosed with back in the day. It's like ADHD and ADD. There's not two anymore. It's just one of them, but I still think there's two in my mind sometimes. I get confused because I was diagnosed with one and she was like, there's two forms. That's because I'm old. A best YouTube channel? What is it called? I still have my notes out. We need to take a break and then I was going to play more Boyfriend Dungeon. By atypical, what does that mean? I'm bipolar or something. Or I have it or something. I don't know. What is useful? Like, I don't, it's such a gross thing, but like also, I know, you know what time it is. I know what time it is. I know you heard me. Would you like to say hello? Look at her little bandana. Want to say hi? Come say hi. Come say hi. Hi, baby girl. Sleeping? Hello, sweetness. This is my other pood. That's Bill. Hi. You're so pretty. They just got groomed, so they have the groomer always puts like seasonal bandanas on them, and I just
2
think
months
they're
you
precious.
came back.
They're precious, so I leave them.
Dude, for real though. Hail some Satan,
Good
motherfuckers.
girl. Wait. Visionary. Thank you so much for some of the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it its swings, honeybee. And I appreciate your resub, love. Thank you. It's the floofs. Trick's back there too, being a void on the ground. They're sitting in front of my heater. It's real cold. It got cold out of nowhere. We got a lot of snow. Oh, no shit. Multicolored leopard print. I think actually Rod told me there's some at the breeder that we both got our poodles from that have some cool patterns. I can't remember what they were called though, but they had some cool, like, I don't know. They're still just pure poodles, but there's some kind of patterns on them. I don't know. They're pretty. I love it, C-Town. Like, I don't put clothes on my dogs. I really, like, their collars are about as fancy as I get. But I do. Their little bandanas are pretty cute. Trick has one too. It's precious. I love them. Thank you, Anubis. Oh my God. We literally, yesterday, it was 55 degrees. It was like balmy, beautiful outside. Like, I was like, oh yeah, my grass seed's gonna bloom. This morning I woke up to a foot of snow and a fucking blizzard. I don't know what happened. A day spa and salon for pampered pets. Oh my God. Oh my God, there's some cool poodle. Oh my God, they do like cool. If you guys need just joy in your life, check that link. Did you really? Yeah. A brindle. That was the word I was trying to look for. Yeah, brindle. 45. God, I wish. I don't know. The snow's not too bad. They like the snow. You love the snow, huh? Why are you so sleepy? What happened? Look at this long. There's one long ass hair on her back. Ma'am. What's up? That's how I get punched in the eye right there. Did you see that shit? That's how it happens. She's not being abusive. She's just a muppet. You go, girl. I love them too. She just literally, Rod, I have a black eye right now from this dog. She just, these feet, man, no control. Just Oh my God. No. Dude. We ain't one of those that like watch who joins and who doesn't, man. CK, what happened? What? Oh God, what happened? Oh my God, the puppy claws. Oh God. Oh God. She's my personal princess of the darkness. My little trickster back there. Look, seriously, hold on. Let me move the mic. Look at his little feet. Oh, you can't see him. Literally, he's laying there like this. He's such a little sir. His little paws are crossed. I have not watched Kingmakers 2. No. Wait. Wait. What is Kingmakers? Is it a wait, what is it? See, this makes me I'm like, what is it? Is it a show I need to watch? How have I not heard of this? But I kind of have. I feel like I have. Oh, it's Table Story. Wait. No, I haven't watched it. No, did it just start? Is this the one that just started? This one just fucking started, right? I think I've seen the preview for it on Zach's show. No, it didn't? What the fuck? How did I miss this? Hold on. I'm pulling it. I'm going to pull it up and just bookmark it. On it. I'm bookmarking it. Don't worry. I'm going to stop trying to figure it out because my memory's stupid. I'm afraid I'm getting a bloody nose. I am. God damn it. Long story short. I'm shitting you not, guys. I don't know what it is, but if I get injured, it's to my face. And last night at 3 a.m, Zachary punched me in the face. In our sleep. He was dead fucking asleep. And I got a terrible bloody nose. And I knew it was going to happen. And it's happening. I'm just bookmarking the actual page at tablestory.com or tablestory.tv. Done. Oh, I just bookmarked it in cookies. Don't do that. Why is it? Oh, no. Cookie recipes, Katie. There we go. Saved it. So wait, 39 episodes right now. You can also just start at season 2, which has 6 episodes, but fuck me, you have to watch. Should I watch? I mean, I love watching PB's shows. Should I watch? Like, what should I do? My nose is bleeding. It's fine. Because of reasons? You guys are being so secretive. Okay. Wait, hold on. It's 39 episodes. Maybe start at season 2. I'm just plugging. I need a tampon for my face. Okay. I made a note. Honestly, I like watching from the start. That's why I was asking, like, do I need to skip season 1 or can I just watch it? Because honestly, I love putting on RP shows and podcasts like that in the background where I know it's going to go for like 3+ hours and I can putz around and do arts and crafts or like clean the house while I listen. That's my favorite shit to put on. Perfect. Okay. I said possibility season 2. Like if for some reason I feel like I can't get through season 1, but honestly, I can do it. Do you know how many murder podcasts I get through in a day? It's disgusting. All right, let's take a break. I'm gonna go find some tissue to stick in my face because my face decided to bleed. Oh, this is the picture of me with eyeliners. Pretty sure someone said they don't like ghosts, and then I put them on. I'm so sorry, Anubis. I will put them off now. We're gonna go into anime bop land. Or whatever. What do you call it? JRPG bop music? It's not bad, honestly. I kind of like the music of the game. The game is so fucking weirdly distracting, I don't notice the music half the time, to be fair. Wait. Found a video on Ghost, and boy, does that band have some drama. I don't want to know about it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Is it like I can't listen to their music anymore? Like Kanye shit? It's all produced by Dave Grohl. Literally, they're produced by Dave Grohl. It's weird that Dave Grohl would have drama within his life. I mean, he just seems like such a not drama person, but I can't put it past anyone these days. Not that bad, thank fuck. Okay. Woo! Man, there's just been so many lately. And it's like, I don't want to know, but I want to know because also I don't want to listen to like anti-Semitic racist music. Like it's so confusing. I fucking hate it. I am ghost. I am a ghost. Same. You're gonna have to move again? Why? Boo. The store got robbed the other day. Robert said pulled all the money out. Robert said put all the money in a bag. The bagger replied paper or plastic. That reminds me of Schitt's Creek when they get robbed. I'm just moving screens around so I can actually see chat. Do you want some brie? Ooh, a message about the YouTube. Oh, I did. No, I totally did. Hold up. Let me scroll up. I'll probably be able to find it. Did you post a link? Or was it just the name of it? Oh, wait. Did you put it in Discord? I'm sorry if I missed it. I probably did because I was trying to find Kingmakers. I'm sorry. God damn it. I'm just scrolling. Every time I scroll so far, my chat does this stupid doubling. Why? Why are you like this? I can't get to it. It's so stupid. I don't know why. I fucking love Schitt's Creek. It goes by too fast. Like, I binge it so... I just put it on, and I swear to God, I can get through it in, like, a day. I'm like, slow down, Katie. Because all of a sudden, it's starting to wrap up, and I'm like, no! Oh, no shit. I'm sorry. I was probably on a rant, like usual, like an idiot. Dry. Dude, Frem, I've probably watched it about that same amount of times. It's crazy. It's just so easy to put on in the background. Oh, okay. If you haven't watched Special Books by Special Kids, you have to. It's an ex-teacher of children with disabilities who travels the world now and talks to people with various disorders and or different life experiences and always treats them with love and kindness. Good. And with a perspective of you're a person and deserve to be treated as such by everyone. I've been recommending it to everyone. I think I know the channel. Hold up. I think I know them. Is the main dude, does he have like piercingly blue eyes? Piercing blue eyes? What? Why? Why? I follow that channel and I love it. Sorry, my dogs are having an existential crisis. Now they're both hiding under my desk. I don't know. They're so weird today. Every day, they're just weird. Oh yeah, I followed that channel literally for probably 10, as long as it's been there, as before he had a wife. I've followed that channel for so fucking long. I don't even know why or how, but the way that he goes about interviewing people and learning about their disabilities from their point of view is so heartwarming, and like he's just such a nice human being. I don't know. Every time I watch him, I'm like, he's a nice person. Yeah. Squirrel, I don't know what it is, man. He then sends an individual wait, okay, so last week he announced by text that he's selling the house and no one's lease will be renewed, fine, whatever. Then he sends an individual message to everyone that we must be out by March 31st. I think that's illegal. Here's the thing, my lease is through April, so I gently reminded him of that. What was his? He then, if you want to be technical, then yes, it's April 10th, the lease. I was like, then yes, I do. You fucking paid for it. You pay first and last months. I mean, that's theft. He'd have to pay. I mean, if you can get out earlier, get the money back. Fuck that. That's fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. That's so dumb. That's just abuse. I feel like, God damn it. I don't know what happens. Is it just like evil people tend to become landlords or landlords become evil? I don't know what it is. Wrong keyboard, Katie. Oh, every day. Boyfriend Dungeon's the first fucking thing that comes up. This is a fun game. It's very weird, but it's fun. You date your weapons. That's all I have for you. It's very bizarre. No. I love you. No. And then he goes on a tirade about how difficult everyone's being about it. Are you fucking kidding? I think he convinced himself that people would just pay him to live here and do whatever the fuck he wants. That's disgusting. Absolutely not. Yes, people are difficult when they stand up for themselves and remind the seller what they bought. Oh my God, that little robot. Stop it. Oh my God, though. Yeah. I know. Why are you being so difficult? Just let me break the law. I know my dogs are angry for you. Can we stop? It's just behind me. Ew, she just belched. Let's go sit down. Go on. You're being kind of a dick. You're fine. My mom was renting a flat, the flat the flat I live in out, excuse me, and kept lowering her interest rent by 50 euros. Oh, the economy's rough right now. Oh, he's having a difficult time. Oh, he's between jobs. Started at 750 and the guy ended up paying 500 euros after a few years. That's kind of amazing. That's like the opposite of anything that happens here. It's the problem that I'm running into last August. Prices are just astronomical. I only make $16.50 an hour part-time. I don't know where I'm gonna move. It's what is rent for an apartment nowadays? I can't remember. The last time I rented an apartment, it was expensive, but I was like paying basically to be in a safe part of Baltimore where I wasn't gonna get robbed daily. I don't know what it's like to live somewhere normal. Studio apartments less than 400 square foot are 1K? Absolutely not. Is that like across the board? That's theft. Holy shit. I mean, I would think, it's like, unless I could understand that kind of rent in like Boulder, maybe. My God. In Cyprus, a 2-bedroom flat will run you about 700 a month. That's like, I think last time I had an apartment, it was like 800 for a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. I pay 118 euro this month. What is that in American dollars? Is that like, that's still insanely cheap. Here's the thing. There are 1,000 of apartments being built right now. And are they going to charge the same? Like where are the people that are going to be in all these apartments? Whoa, my rent was 1,400 for a 2-bedroom in a crappy area. Damn. Because I paid too much for heat last year, it's about 500 euro a year. Or like your heat. That's what your electric costs a year. Seatown, you are lucky. I mean, some people have parents for euros. For landlords though, and it's not a good situation. Like they do not have a good time. Our landladies haven't raised the rent since we moved in 2019. They're lovely. The thing I've heard it from Katsumushi was telling me about I don't think they live there anymore, but one of the apartments they were living in, him and his family were living in for a while, the rent just kept going up and up and up, and the landlords were like, "Oh, it's the cost of whatever. It's the cost of," it's like, what do they say? It's the market. The market's going up or something like that. And granted, he lives in a nice part of California, a relatively nice part. But he ended up going around and asking all the other friends in other apartment areas, like, what are you paying? And proved that he was paying like almost double what everyone else in his area was paying. And he ended up like getting to sue, I think, his landlord and got some money back for it because it was crazy what they were paying. It's the cost of bullshit. Yeah. Oh my God, Sugar, you're right though. Fucking trick went under my desk, so I need to wiggle myself in a better situation. I always try to not step on him, but man, they're a little neurotic. It's the cost of screw you, give me money. Literally, yeah. Electricity is extra, as is internet, and it's rather small. I mean, that's still I don't think that exists in the US. I know for a fact there's not one place in the United States of America where you can afford a place to live on minimum wage. That's a fact. Rent for a studio, 500 square foot in Arizona is 1,500. So it is no better there. Wow. Market rate's fucking arbitrary. I love how everyone quotes it as like a force of nature. And that's what they were doing to like strong arm all these people into paying it. And thankfully, because Katsumushi's kind of a bitch, he went after him and was like, absolutely not. I've got pages of horror stories from my old complex. Huge corporate landlords who have enough money to bounce you through the court system. Fuck off. Raised rent during lockdown with a loophole. Such bullshit. No, that's just, I can't with that. How? During lockdown? Are they the devil? I'm really happy with my new landlord, chill old dude who lives in New York City and has endeared himself to us. That's awesome. Doesn't want to see us fail. What a fucking polar opposite, though. My God. The housing crisis is manufactured. These property owners are purposely keeping properties with multiple units half open and charging 150, 250% more base price for occupied ones. My God. It's just evil. It's just evil. If any business person or economist quotes market rates as such, you know not to take them seriously. That's insane. That's just evil. It's evil. They're the devil, right? Okay, good. I'm not the only one that sees that. They just that's the devil. I don't know how anyone can sleep at night and do that. I'm glad it's not just me. That's crazy. Like when I hear about how food prices could have dropped by now, yet they haven't, I wonder why. Almost like someone wants more money. It's kind of weird, huh? It's like gas. It's interesting how those things move and we just are all lied to constantly. It's why I'm moving to KC, same size apartment for $500 a month less. Wow. That's insane. That's like, it's robbery. I mean, I have the option to live on base, being a civilian that works in the AF, but prices are just as bad. No shit, you get no. That's why would anybody live on base then? What would be the pro? And maybe if they worked there. Our landladies even let us have a dog when there's no pets on the tenancy because we wanted a collie and they had a collie in the house. Oh, well, you guys are probably amazing tenants too. So it's probably like they did that and then you guys are responsible people. So like, okay, they're not going to let the dog destroy the apartment or something like that. Hello, David. How are you, love? My best friend found a guy who lives in Zimbabwe or something that has property in Cyprus, and he does not give a single shit about, and managed to snag a giant house with 4 or 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. What? 2 kitchens, but like for €1,000 a month, how does he use all that space? That's so much to clean. He is the luckiest bastard, my God. The way rent worked at the old place was that the longer you signed a lease for, the lower the rent would be. $1,100 a month if you signed for a year, all the way down to $1,780 if you go by month by month. So our annual lease expired and they refused to let us sign a new one, forcing us to go month by month. Absolutely no. No reason. I mean, come on. We can fucking smell the reason. That's disgusting. Living on base was always negative when I was in the Navy. It just doesn't. I mean, if it was like extremely cheaper, maybe. Thank you, David. My dog gave me a black eye, so I'm covering it up. But thank you. The blues are fun. The dark blue was it's kind of green in person. On camera, it looks very blue, but it's fun. Thank you. I've been trying. I didn't do makeup for so long. I felt kind of like I have so much. I need to use it. I got so much. I read 2 articles this morning. Inflation is the fault of millennials and Gen Z, of course, because we're not spending our money right. In the WSJ, if you're too poor to afford food, you just stop eating breakfast. My God, what? What? The DOJ has decided not to charge Matt Gaetz with any crimes and sex trafficking case. I'm gonna load a bowl and smoke drugs about that. That's just gross and sad. Not shocking, but gross and sad. Just do more looks on Zeke. Santa still haunts me. Okay, I gotta grind up weed. Which one was worse though, the Santa or the Cupid? Santa was so pretty. Like I look at pictures of his face, like not the full, but like just like up closes of his face with the false eyelashes on. He looks so beautiful. Like I really like. He looks. Man, I do great makeup when it's on somebody else. He looked so beautiful. But Cupid, yes, exactly. Oh God, those I just gotta come up with more that are like, different. That give me a challenge. I haven't come up with any ideas in a bit. The Captain Spaulding, I mean, he does a great clown. I fucking hate clowns. How many? I think I've done 2, didn't I? I did Captain Spaulding and I did another clown on him. What was it? Something. Maybe it wasn't a clown, but it looked like a clown. I did another one on him and I was like, no more fucking clown. I did Juggalo. Thank you. Yep, we did a Juggalo. I hate clowns. I just hate them. I'm scared of them. I don't want to do anymore. I put in my shit. I put in my time. I'm done. Captain Spaulding and Violent J are the only 2 that I'm good. They don't scare me. I'm fine. No more. We're done. There's no more that don't scare me. I'm done. I too have clown trauma. Like I'm not here for it at all. The Greek gods in makeup form. I did him as. Did you ever see? I turned him into Kratos. That was probably the closest to that. God of War. That's probably like. It's the best I've ever. Probably the best I've ever done. But it's because it was so like he already had the face for it. Zach already looks like Kratos. I just accentuated shit and did the like white with the red stripe. But Reddit bought the picture from me to use in like ads for Reddit and shit. It was I did real good. I was real proud of that one. He looked fucking phenomenal. That's probably the closest I've done in terms of a Greek god. It'd be cool to turn him into like Dionysus or something though. Make him look all sparkly and pretty. I feel like my nose is gonna bleed again. If it starts bleeding, please let me know. All the witnesses the DOJ could get didn't exactly have stellar character. Also not shocking. Sad, but also not shocking. Turn him into a cat? I'd have to make a prosthetic. That'd be fun though. My company just laid off 5% and said that they will let those affected by oh my god. Dude, a couple people in the community have been laid off recently. It fucking sucks. It's the season. I hope you're okay though. I hope your job is secure. Don't you like clowns? Don't you think I'm fucking funny? Captain Spaulding's great. Doesn't scare me. Oh my god. Hades 2! Hecate is Amelia Tyler, and I'm going to scream it every day until it happens. And then we're going to play that game until the end of eternity. I'm never going to stop playing Hades ever. I still play Hades 1. My friend Amelia Tyler's in 2. Have I told you? Have I mentioned it? Amelia Tyler's 2. It was also her birthday the other day. Go wish her a happy belated. Mayo, did you see him? I don't know. I'm trying to think what folder I have him on my computer. I know Zach's got him somewhere organized very well. I am not very organized. Terrible. But I do have them somewhere. Because I took really, really good pictures of them on purpose to save them. And I posted them. I just don't know where I put them on my computer. Because I usually throw them somewhere and I'm like, I'll organize that later. Oh my god, I literally have the Kratos one though. That's crazy. I have Kratos up. I can show you that one. Wow, it was literally on my desktop, which means I must have pulled it recently. Because normally they're just everywhere. So you guys know what Zach looks like, obviously. I did this though. And I am and that is no edits. I did not edit. I set up the lighting. It's literally some can lighting. Period. I did not retouch that shit. I swear on you. I know, same, David. I think I'm gonna cry because I haven't seen her in so long. It's just I was very proud. I did a damn good job. I painted his body and everything. I mean, and we did it on stream. There's a time lapse of this somewhere. Bless. I think Loznay did one as well as Scott. So I think there's 2 out there. But man, yeah, that's one of the ones I'm the most proud of. This is the one that Reddit actually bought from me because I posted it on Reddit in like the makeup. I love the makeup channels. And they were like, hey, we want to use it in an ad. Can we buy the rights to one of these? And I was like, yeah. And it was my first time using Scar Fluid. So, like, I put it on, and then I put it on too early, I think, which is why it started to crack a little bit right here. But that shit works really well. It's real creepy. If you guys have never used Scar Fluid, stuff's pretty fun. But that's one I've done before. That was just one I had on hand. I don't know why that was on the front, but she was on my desktop. Thank you. It's so much more fun and easier to do makeup on someone else because I can move their head around and get the full 3D picture. Whereas when I'm doing it on myself, I'm kind of relying on my webcam and a mirror, and I feel like I don't have as much freedom on my own face. It's like when I get to do Vissy's makeup and shit, it's just way more fun. Should have asked for royalties. Man, I'm not that cool. Hi, Mickey. How are you? I miss my old job. I used to work in a Halloween store that was open year-round. Shut up. I want that. I want that real bad. You mean the home decor store? Cheers. We're about to jump into that skeevy sword dating right now. I'm just opening Steam. My dogs are so dumb. I kind of do live in a house. It is still snowing. It was snowing when I fucking woke up this morning. It doesn't look like it's accumulated as much as it snowed, but does it stop? Buzzy! Thank you for subbing the class, keeping the class alive, giving any swings. I fucking appreciate you, love. Thank you. That's a long time. I'm always the chattiest. I'm not always the chattiest, but I love y'all. Thanks for curating a chill as fuck community and stream. Thank you, mods, for helping me achieve such a wonderful environment. I agree. Agreed. Thank you, love. What a good song. Hold on, let me turn it down. Sorry, I know that's loud. It's 60 degrees. I'm jelly as fuck. Don't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. The snow's pretty. So there's that. It's a lot. I didn't even know we were going to get hit with it. Normally I get like an alert on my phone or something. Nothing. I woke up to it snowing this morning and there was already like literally a foot. My dogs wouldn't even go out in it. When we first woke up, they were like, nope, we're good. And then, yeah, it just hasn't stopped. I don't know. I'm going to look at the weather report. I'm curious because it's a lot. I know. I fucking love RTJ. Holy crap. It's going to keep snowing until 10 p.m. tonight. That's a lot of snow. Jeez. Wow. Okay. Thank you for the biddies, you silly fuck. We should cheers. Hold on. I need to top my bowl off, or I need to refill it. One sec. But I will cheers with you. I feel bad. I think this is Glut's favorite Run the Jewels song, and he just left to go home from work. I feel bad. You haven't seen snow at all. No shit. No snow at all in MD. Wow. You usually get a little bit. Best line. Cheers, y'all. That's strong weed. Woo. Damn. My butt cheeks hurt. I'm gonna squat for a minute. I think I literally sat for almost 2 hours. Which is a lot for me. Double digits, no shit. See, that's the thing. We turned off the heat the past week. It's been warm. That's the weirdest thing about the snow. It literally was like 50-ish degrees yesterday, at least 45, 47 degrees. The past week, it's been balmy. Like, you know, warm. We were in the negatives for over a month. And it's been so warm. And then you wake up today to snow, and I was like, what the fuck? And then it just keeps going. It hasn't stopped. I know, it's crazy. But it's that, like, small, really tiny flakes. And it's, like, blizzardy. It's just going in circles. So I don't think it'll accumulate to a lot of snow. I don't know. I'm just stretching my butt. Okay. Anywho. Excuse me. Very much so. The weather here is crazy. Colorado weather's wild. Every year I lived in Baltimore, though, we got snow. At least a little bit. Nothing near. I mean, honestly, this year in Colorado has been the most dramatic weather for snow that we've ever had since I moved here. Most of the time we get a little snow, it goes away. We get a little snow, it goes away. This year we've consistently had snow since November. I haven't not had snow in my yard since like November. I love you, Sales. Be safe. Don't forget to brush your teeth and wash your hands. Be safe. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe. Dry as a bone. Lucky. Lucky. Wait, I saw a gifted sub or something. Hold up. Hold up. Shame and Eyes, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving the anus its wings with that fucking Prime sub. I appreciate you.
That's a goddamn year. That's a long time. Thank you, ho. Very much.
That's a long fucking time. Don't forget to use your Prime subs, fuckheads. Seriously, shit's important. Don't give it to Bezos. Shall we fight more of this bitch? This is a good song. I always feel bad cutting music, but it'll be there. Flume's like very hit or miss for me. Some of their stuff's a little too repetitive and or soft, and a lot of their stuff's very, very good though. You got rain because oh yeah. Now it's gonna be like not hurricane season, but rain season. You guys are gonna get pummeled. But that's why it's so green and beautiful. We don't get that rain, so it's not that green here. But I think this summer and this spring is gonna be very green because we've gotten so much snow. I mean, the snowpack's got to be phenomenal. I'm guessing. Just because I'm not in the mountains and I've not had snow since November, so the mountains got to be getting fucking power drived, right? I'm hoping because I know we all know fucking Hoover Dam's been low on water for ages, and I'm pretty sure it's Colorado that feeds like the mountains in Colorado. The snow melt is what feeds into Hoover Dam, right? And which supplies water to like Nevada and Arizona. I think. Did Michigan get a fuck ton in January? Did it stick around? Because that's what ours has been like. It just stays so cold, it never goes away. My nose hurts. I want to itch it so bad, but I'm afraid it'll bleed. Ugh. That's what I thought. Yeah, Colorado River supplies a lot of water to western states. That's what I thought. Just simply because I went on a tour of the Hoover Dam years ago, literally years ago. Years ago. My Nana was still alive. I don't know. It was years ago. But it was a really, really cool tour. We got to go in the dam and walk down all these tunnels where all the workers worked. But when you got to go really low into the dam and then look out these tiny little porthole windows into the inside of the dam, and that was pretty epic. It gives you kind of the scale of how fucking monstrously huge Hoover Dam is. But we know, like, you can see the stain line on the dam where the water used to fill to regularly and where it fills to now, and it's insane. I can't even quantify how many feet down it is. The line is where it fills to now versus where it used to, and that's all the water that feeds a lot of the western states, a lot of them. And the tour guide joked and said it's all Colorado's fault. Colorado needs to give us more water. That's it. I got that tour like years ago, and ever since then I've been like, I guess it's Colorado. Now I live here, and I guess sus. I don't know. No shit, Lake Powell, most of the water is pumped to Southern California. Oh no, I think my Nana talked about Lake Powell at some point. My grandma lived in Lake Havasu, so she knew a lot about the water reservoirs. You're in the lower part where it's warmer. Lucky you. I think Viada's getting snow. Or got it. The photos, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? To see that stain line. I want to say it was a mile down. Like, that's how many feet down it was of the Hoover Dam. How big, like, how tall is the Hoover Dam, though? I don't remember. I'm really bad with remembering numbers like that. Oh, absolutely. I think, factory farming type agriculture, absolutely, Zoe. And they said that was a huge part of it, the factory farming agriculture, because not only does it take, like, a redonkulous amount of water just to raise, like, one cow to produce beef, but the amount of food we just throw away in the US that took water to grow and become food is pretty astronomical. But they actually said a huge part is called water theft, where in parts of these western states that depend on this, like, snow melt water or whatever from these dams, they'll have, like, watering schedules. So you can have plants and stuff in your yard, but you're not allowed to water them until it's, like, Wednesday. And Wednesday you can turn on your sprinklers from this time to this time or whatever like that. And people will just turn their sprinklers on every single day because the fine's only, like, $5 a day or something. Like, to them, they don't care. And so it's just, like I've told you guys, literally, I've been driving through Denver, and it was pouring rain, and there were sprinklers going on, city-run sprinklers going on in the park. I see that shit all the time. It's just wasteful. Lawns. I think just grass in general is a big problem. But on the massive scale, I think agriculture, absolutely. There's a famous photo of how much groundwater farmers pumped out of the ground in California. It's nuts. Oh, God. Is it all of it? Because my sister, I've told you guys, I think we were just talking about this yesterday. My sister does environmental law. And so when she was going to school, she had to learn about a lot of this stuff. And she taught me about the aquifers. Aquifers, is that what they're called? It's basically where we get all of our drinking water, where we tap into under the ground, and they're, like, almost completely empty because we are draining them faster than water can filter through the earth to refill them, to, like, replenish them. That's very layman's explanation. I am not a professional here, but I remember her talking about that, and it was scary as fuck. You guys can't collect rainwater? Why? there's a lot of pressure in Utah right now to start penalizing alfalfa growers because they use way more water than any other crop, and we live in the goddamn desert. Why grow alfalfa? That seems like such a stupid thing to grow there. Like, why would that be profitable in any way, shape, or form? The Yoopers don't count the mitten. Man, that's so funny. That's precious. It's not precious. It's cool. I think it's really interesting how people who live in other states like have names for the portions of the states. I've never lived in a state that does that before. Is there a fine for it? This is the photo. Okay, hold up. Image not found. Why does it hate me? I even copied and pasted it. It says image not found. It hates me. I don't know why, Zoe. I just want to click it. Let me click you. Oh, because it's like a JPEG or some shit. Help. I want to see it. Denmark sits on a lot of aquifers. Do you guys learn about them? Like, are they empty? Is that a problem for you guys too? I don't know if it's just a US thing or not. The empty aquifers, this little pin keeps popping up on chat and it's driving me crazy. The empty aquifers are why some areas are not allowed to collect rainwater. Oh, no shit. They need that water to hit the ground and sink in. That makes sense. Honestly, that makes sense because I didn't understand like why you couldn't collect rainwater. That makes total sense. That makes total sense. It's only if you're to consume, right? Because they want it to go back into the ground. So you could probably collect it to do, to water your plants or whatever. So mining groundwater. So approximate location of maximum substance in the United States identified by Joe Poland pictured. Wait, what? Holy what? That's the water lines? Oh, no shit. We have a lot of groundwater. The pesticides of old is a problem. Are they, like, getting into the aquifers kind of thing? Is that the problem? Pesticides, yeah. That's like what Mickey just said. I think we have a problem with that too, honestly. And the biggest problem is, like, America, like, we have a lot of problems. But one of the major problems is you can be a very organic farmer and not be allowed to label your produce organic because you can't afford to pay the government to let you label your organic produce organic. If that makes sense. Whereas you could be using pesticides, but you can afford to pay the government to let you use a sticker that says organic. It's really fucked up in a lot of capacities, but that's one of them. It pulled out so much water, it's causing the land to sink. Okay, let me show you guys this. This is like literally, so 1925, that's where the land was. Is that what I'm looking at? That is wild. My face on this really just is perfect. Wow. And that's the effect of mining the groundwater. What the fuck? Wow. Look at the man. Wow. 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 What the fuck? That's crazy. That seems illegal. Yeah, that's wild. Wow. Organic, it's become a buzzword, right? Like, the only reason I learned about it is I lived in Washington where there's a ton of orchards and agriculture, so we knew a ton of farmers and stuff. And they would straight up tell us, they're like, all of our shit's organic. We just can't afford to pay $10 billion or whatever the fuck it costs every year to allow us to put an organic stamp on our produce. But you could be using all the pesticides in the world, but if you can afford that stamp, they don't come check you out. They assume if you can afford it, it's just crazy. It's insanely stupid. Denmark has a lot of clay soils, so we get a lot of groundwater. Does the clay soil, is it better or worse at filtering out the pesticides? It's totally fucked. It's a total scam. Yeah, it's a complete scam. It is. Honestly, if you actually care about your food, just look into, where it's actually coming from. You have to, because it sucks. It all comes down to, can you afford it? Can you afford to put this sticker on your produce? It doesn't actually have to be better. I would assume clay was better too, but I have no idea. Clay's the best? Oh, no shit, but pesticides are still a problem. I think pesticides are a problem in general. I remember, I mean, this is a very, very, very personal experience with a pesticide, but my parents are very organic hippies. You know, my mom never used pesticides, so I just grew up with my mom like spraying things with vinegar water and shit. And I remember I was dating a guy when I was in college, and his mom had like a dandelion that kept popping up in the exact same spot in the front of her yard. And she lived in an area of South Seattle where everybody just had these very pristine, perfect mowed grass lawns with literally a tiny white picket fence. Like everyone's doors match, like those kind of neighborhoods, which is fine, to each their own. But she had this dandelion she couldn't kill. Every single year she'd pluck it and it would grow back. So she got Roundup, I think is what it's called, which is some sort of hella like kill everything pesticide. And this was 10 years before I ever came to her house and knew her. She used like a little tablespoon of Roundup on that one dandelion, and it put a black spot in her yard that for 10 years, it's still a black spot, I guarantee to this day. Nothing will grow there ever again, I don't think. Roundup is like the devil. But that I will never touch that shit. That was my one experience ever seeing Roundup in use, and I was like, nah, I'm good. Do they have a bunch of lawsuits against him? I don't doubt it. I mean, seriously, she was not a person to exaggerate or anything, and she was like literally this black spot in my yard's been here 10 years. And at this point, I know I could just dig it up and replace the dirt, but I'm just waiting to see how long it stays. Like, because you know what? Grass is basically a weed, especially in Washington State where it rains constantly. Like, grass is something that you don't necessarily have to worry about. It's going to spread, it's going to be very thick and very lush everywhere you go. And when even grass won't grow, you gotta wonder the fuck went down. Is that what it is? Glyphosate? Glyphosate? Glyphosate. Am I saying that right? Glyphosate? Is that what's in Roundup that's like the death? It's like the term GMO. Like, dude, just because genetically fucked with doesn't make it evil. Well, it's like gluten-free, all that shit. It's all buzzword crap. It's just buzzword crap that people market to make us brainwashed to think, oh, it's a higher quality product or some bullshit like that. And they can put a bigger price on it. Absolutely. More so, absolutely. More so Western Washington. Yeah, I should clarify. Yes. Seattle area. Absolutely. Oh, people got health issues from it. It probably went in the fucking water. I wouldn't doubt it. You don't see sprinklers in Washington. No. In Eastern Washington, absolutely though. I remember my stepdad built he built his own sprinkler system. There was like, PVC pipe coming out of our yard at one point, and he had all these different nozzles so they could sprinkler portions of the yard. But we had rights to the lake water, so we weren't like wasting any down water, and he was just watering a lawn. He was weird. Mickey, have a good bedtime. I'm only gonna be live for another 45 minutes. I'm just going an hour late because I was late an hour. Because I was out of coffee. I had to leave the house. It was a terrible time. No shit. It was directly linked to lymphoma from exposure. That is terrifying. I wonder, is Roundup still for sale in stores? When I worked in Lowe's years ago, it was still there. Sleep well, Mickey. Don't forget to brush your teeth. Chemicals and processed food are evil too. That's pretty much all food, right? Or like the stigma against microwaves. There's so many studies and scientific proof, and people have done videos. You can go watch videos upon videos of people like microwaving versus cooking something on the stove or boiling it, and then they put it in these crazy machines that burn it and see how many calories are in it and the nutrition, and it's all this nutritional science shit to it. And microwaves are like, if anything, they save you energy in the long run. Like, they're not destroying food. They're not some magical, horrible thing. You're not consuming microwaves by consuming things out of a microwave. But there's still people that'll be like, I haven't used a microwave in 15 years. And it's like, okay. Food probably takes a long time for you to get warm, right? Sucks. I chewed this vegetable. Now it's processed. That's the worst. It's all buzzwords, though, right? It's just buzzword shit. It's like I understand wanting to be healthy, and I know we learn more about nutrition as we go, but you look at our grandparents and shit, and they just ate fruits and vegetables and meat, and usually it was from their garden or someone else's garden. And my grandparents lived till they were 90s and shit, and they were drinking and eating chocolate like fools. And somehow now we're like, we have to change the way we eat because the way they were eating was wrong. And it's like, was it? Though, because I don't know if I want to live past shitting myself uncontrollably. I only want my atoms wiggled in the traditional way. David wants his atoms wiggled by those old exercise machines where it's just the rubber band on your butt. It's just like I could see it. You're supposed to stick carrots up your ass or something. Gotta have that whole unprocessed veggies right. Fucking deep throat your zucchinis, or else you're not a real eater of food. Or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's very bizarre. I don't know though. I feel like people are so desperate to know how to eat that they'll kind of leech onto any like thing. I don't know. Because where do you go? Where do you go for the right information? I don't even know. Like, I don't know where to go. There's nothing that tells you like how to eat. Basically, like, do you feel like shit? Maybe don't eat that thing again. Microwaves, all they literally do is excite the water molecules in something. From the inside out. That's it. It's waves. It's microwaves going back and forth and bouncing off the walls. And they excite the water molecules of the thing you put in the microwave at a rapid rate. That's it. But for the longest time, people were like, oh yeah, if you cook vegetables, it destroys all the nutritional value. And if you cook them in a microwave, oh my God, you're basically eating cancer. And like in the 70s and 80s, there was a huge time where a lot of, like my parents didn't have a microwave for years. My mom thought microwaves were giving us cancer for some reason, like the food coming out of them. But there's been so much proof by legitimate like food scientists, you know what I'm saying? Who know what the fuck they're doing and have these machines that burn food. Literally, they can put like something in this machine and it will set it on fire and burn it and tell you this is how many calories it would have taken to eat this food, and this is the nutrition that was in it, and blah, 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 blah. They can do all this cool science with it. And they've proven over and over that it is not doing anything, and that cooked veggies, I mean, the worst way to eat your veggies is honestly boiling them because all the nutrition goes into the water and we pour the water out. Microwaves are not the devil, but for some reason, someone made them the devil, and I don't know who. I love that people seem to think Neanderthals didn't cook meat. Well, you notice that I've seen a lot of these, like, you know, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube people who were like, I just eat raw liver. Look at my body. Almost half of them have been outed for just lying straight out their asshole, and or they've gotten horrible diseases and had to go off this pure meat diet. And they all did the same. They were all like, it's the caveman diet. This is the body you get. And it's like, actually, you were injecting steroids the whole time. Someone finally caught your ass. I mean, it's just like, I wish people would stop lying for money. It's just very annoying because it's very unsafe. Yeah, don't put your head in the microwave. And honestly, and I think you could agree with me. Like, if you're able to put your head in the microwave and shut the microwave completely and get it to turn on, you have more problems that we need to have assessed. Like, you should see a doctor immediately. Your neck is questionable. Are you nearly had this nick? Like, that's the only time. I just don't know how else we could pull this off. There's a ton of eating myths that make it all confusing. In reality, you can get the effects you really want generally by decreasing calories, seriously. And just listening to your stomach. I would just add on to that, like, if you eat something and you feel like shit, like, maybe don't eat that thing. You know? The sky disk is probably a bigger problem if you're concerned about getting radiated. 100%. Wear sunscreen. Yes. Like, if you're really, really concerned with any kind of wave, it's the sun. It's that evil ball in the sky that burns our fleshes. Sunscreen is important. Importante. We've come full circle. I literally think I started the stream talking about sunscreen. That's not why boiling veggies is wrong. Boiling veggies is wrong because they taste like ass. Well, I mean, that too. Probably because everything goes into the water. I mean, the only time I think boiling a veggie is appropriate is if it's soup and you're, like, consuming the liquid, right? Or that woman that said she lived on sunlight. Oh, my God. Are you talking about the one that looked like a Barbie? There was one, I believe she was from Russia, who paid for a lot of plastic surgery to look like a Barbie, literally got her ribs shaved down to have the weight, like, she got her body changed to have the proportions of a Barbie doll, which we all know are not proportions anyone is born with because they're odd. But I think she claimed to live on sunlight and air. Yeah. I think you're right. Caveman diet, eat raw meat, ignore people that say cooked meat gives your body more to work with. It's very interesting. Or ignore people that are like, Hey, did you know there's a million like parasites and diseases in the meat coming out of the fucking factory farms of America? Like, I've told you guys about the trichinosis experiment we did back in the day. I don't think it's a problem anymore. I think they've pretty much been able to fight it back with the sheer amount of hormones they pump our meat with these days, which is also disgusting and a problem. But when I was like in 4th grade, my teacher bought a couple pork chops just from the grocery store that were frozen, and she thawed them out, just let them sit in the sink for like, a couple hours until they were thaw. And then she just dropped them in a bucket of bleach, and we got to watch all the trichinosis worms crawl out of the pork. They were so long, and it was a lesson in why we cook pork to a higher temperature. I think it's not exactly as big of a problem. I know they're making out on my hand together. I don't know what's happening. I think I'm part of a threesome right now. Importante. Very much so. Yeah, that was, but I don't, someone told me recently, I think trichinosis is not a huge problem anymore, literally because they just pump meat full of fucking antibiotics, which isn't it. I mean, it's not, it's just like a different evil, I guess. The poods. It's both the little, I've got my little void here, but he's just such a beautiful void that he absorbs all the light and you just can't see any parts of him. But he's a beautiful boy. He's a beautiful boy. He's just very polite. She's not. Don't hit my face. Not again, you dumb hoe. Don't eat soy. It has estrogen in it. It makes you less manly. Buy my muscle pills. Looks at ingredients of said pills. This shit has soy in it. That was a big thing. I remember when I was vegan, actually. A big thing was people worrying about eating soy and getting boobs. Did anyone actually grow breasts from eating too much tofu? And, like, how much tofu do you have to eat? Because I would like bigger breasts. He's the bestest. He's such a good boy. Lilith, you can't fit on me, babe. You just don't fit. I love you so much. I commend you for trying. I do. He's just such a good boy. He is. He's just so polite. He will never fight her. She's the needy one. Did someone actually grow boobies? Don't eat me. I also produce estrogen. Me too. Am I tofu? Oh my god, am I tofu? Am I tofu? I might be tofu. One man, a military vet from Texas, was drinking something like 1 to 2 gallons of soy milk every day. That's a lot. Holy shit. And the increased estrogen causes breast tissue to begin growing over years. That's a lot of soy in a day, though. I think anybody would. I mean, when do you have the time to get water in? Damn, dosage is important. Yeah. Holy shit. That is so much. I can't even, like, damn. Damn, that's a lot. That's like an investment in soy. I wonder if it becomes an addiction at a certain point. Women after menopause slightly lose strength because having less estrogen. Shit's important. Estrogen's hella important. But I think what happens, so I've dated 2 guys, actually, just, it's a fluke. I've dated 2 different men who had, I think it's called gynomastia, and it's where their bodies produced too much testosterone, just a little bit too much, and so their body, in order to get back to homeostasis, boosted their estrogen, and it made them, like, kind of grow a little mini boob. Nothing that I could notice, but they noticed it, and it's up to you how you feel about your body. I firmly believe in that. Nothing that was, like, visible, but to them, they were like, no, this one's a little fatter, and it was literally caused by, it's very common. I had no idea, but I've literally just flukily dated 2 different men who had it. So much, it's nothing anyone notices unless it's your body. I firmly believe this. I've never noticed it ever, but I think it's common enough. It's gotta be. And it happens literally from your body producing too much testosterone, and to balance it, it like jacks up the estrogen really high, which can cause fluid to accumulate in your your oh my god, your boob glands. Because everybody's got them. Men can get breast cancer. His name is Robert Paulson. Poor man. He had beautiful boobies, though. A man has a name in death. This man's name was Robert Paulson. I used to do medical transcripts for a pathologist in a small community, and there was at least 1 biopsy a day. No shit, it's that common? That's crazy. I mean, honestly, it's just not something that I was ever, like, taught about. But the fact that I've dated 2 different guys who had it is pretty wild. It's got to be that common because I haven't dated that many people. Pork is famously dangerous to not cook through. Same with bears. I've heard I've heard that before. Bear meat is riddled with parasites. So is salmon. Like, unless you're getting farm-raised salmon, you should not eat it as sushi, right? Like, honestly, I think salmon sushi is one of the most recent fish to become a sushi that we actually consume because wild-caught sushi is so high in parasites. Who drinks 2 gallons of milk a day, right? Like, any fucking milk. That's so much. I can barely get 2 gallons of water in me. Every trans girl starts chugging soy. I mean, but what if it only does it to one titty? I guess then you only have to get one titty. Cost effective. I feel you. Cost effective. There's my polite boy. Hi, Bubba. Such a sir. Hi. How are you doing? And now Lilith's gonna hump him. Why? Lilith, your sexual aggression and need to dominate your brother is making all of us uncomfortable. So. Thank you. These dogs are so weird. My poor polite boy just wants a snuggle. Yeah, non-sushi grade fish. And doesn't it have to be at least frozen once because that kills a lot of the parasites? I've heard that. Like, fresh sushi almost never, ever means straight off a fish because it has to be frozen because that kills a lot of the parasites. Is like the freezing process. I think I've learned this from you guys. Just a lot of chefs in chat. My body produces too much testosterone. Ma'am. Gotta calm your hormones. Shit's ridiculous. Predators usually don't taste very good. Don't we, like, in general, not eat predators as the general rule because they just don't taste good? I don't know. I've never heard of people, like, hunting bear as, like, a common thing for food unless that's the only thing there is and they have to. But bears are omnivores, right? Do they eat a lot of meat? I guess they eat salmon. Big yawn, Bubba. I think this is an important concept in toxicology. Dosage and how you come in contact with something is important. Too many TikToks out there reading labels and fear-mongering. TikTok is literally the #1 source of misinformation at this point. It's pretty crazy. You're right. I had breast reduction surgery for my gynecomastia, and I would not do that knowing what I know now. No shit. Oh. Well, ain't that just the universe kicking you in the metaphorical chode? What a dick move, universe. Wow. Yeah, no, I get that. Water's deadly if you inhale it. You can't just read and see a compound and decide that it's dangerous. There are other factors involved. It's very true. I rant about clean makeup all the time. Because clean, that whole, like, clean thing is very much a gimmick to sell people more expensive makeup when they're like, but it's clean. You know what's clean? Arsenic. Clean don't mean fucking shit. There are things that are man-made, like, chemicals in in some cosmetics and makeup products that are man-made because they're safer and more easily absorbed by the skin and made on purpose. Clean don't mean safe. Shit is so stupid. Bears are more of a trophy hunt. That's what I thought. We had neighbors that would always had to shoot. They didn't have to, but we lived around a lot of orchards, and bears will get into an orchard and decimate the thing, and so they would pull a bear tag if they could and try to kill them. So they always had, like, bear meat, but I know it wasn't very good, and they usually made, like, chili or something out of it just to make sure it was, like, cooked to death. Yeah, the universe can fucking suck it on that one. Yeah. It took my brain, like, 5 seconds. I was like, well, so you guys know I've told you my story. I have a cousin who, she just had enormous titties, like, Lizzie bigger than your boobs, literally, but she was maybe 5'2", is 5'2", and she just the most top-heavy person I've ever seen, naturally. And after she had kids, she went and got a breast reduction, and they fucking grew back. And for some reason, that was stuck in my head, and I was like, wait, did it grow? Universe is a douche. Brains, though. They're fun places to be. If predators eat animals with small amounts of toxins, it builds up. Poison's more dangerous for preds than prey animals. Interesting. That makes sense, though. There's ways to get any ingredient to be totally safe. Like, there are chickens in the world that are made to be safe to eat rare, but it's man-made. Oh, I could see that. I mean, there's beef, right? Like, it's not in general, you probably shouldn't go buy any old fucking steak at your grocery store and eat it raw. But then they have, like, super high quality beef and stuff like that, kinda like sushi grade fish, right? I'm the yardstick for big old titties. I'm just jealous as fuck. It's just my pure jealousy, I get it. I like bear personally, but you gotta remove a lot of the fat. It's a very gamey meat. So, listen to this. I was watching, I can't remember what the YouTube channel was, but it's this dude who hunts and then shows you how to prepare the meat, like, while you're hunting, basically. He's like a wild chef. It's like wild crafting, but meat, mostly. And I grew up with hunters and watching hunting shows and like that, and I'm kinda weird, and I enjoy, like, the wild crafting part of it. And he made bear bacon. And I was just kind of blown away by the amount of fat on it. Like, that's what I thought, is that you're supposed to remove a lot of the fat because that's where a lot of the parasites are, but also the flavors there. Like, a lot of that gamey fucking, like, I'm not a vegetarian. Look at my dogs are being. Oh, do you want to show everyone your bone? Do you want to show everyone your horn? Is that your horn, bud? Is that your horn? He's got a sheep horn he loves to show people. Is that your horn? Are you gonna eat it here? Is that it? You love it? Is that so everyone can see you? Look up here, guys. I'm not invisible. Literally, it's like a piece of a ram's horn. He loves it. It's literally been around for years, and they just slowly chisel away at them. It's so gnarly, but they love them. The Bearded Woodsman, it might have been. I don't remember. It's been a while. Parabens is one of the things I hear getting called out a lot, but usually it's there in so small amounts that it's not dangerous. But not having any conservatives could mean that some nasty stuff could grow in your moisturizer, and that might not be unhealthy for you. Exactly. Exactly. That's literally like when you remove all of the preservatives, all of them from a product, and you, like David, you think about like all the funguses and shit that are just on your skin, and you're dipping your fingers into a container, rubbing it on your skin, dipping your fingers in that container, and you're basically your fingernails already have like poop and shit and whatever under them, and you're putting that in that tiny container that has no preservatives or nothing in it that's going to protect you, and you close it. Now it's a dark, oxygen-free environment where all of that fungus and shit is going to thrive, and people wonder why acne is so common. Like, nothing's perfect, but we can do our best to be advocates for ourselves, do a little research. Like, that doesn't take a medical degree to just understand the concept that your fingernails are filth. Filth! Poop and shit. And the duties. All of the above. All the brown stuff. Mm-hmm. Where they eat bear. No shit. I don't know if I really like bears. I think they're really cute. I don't know if I want to. Right? Deca Bear. Like, how could I eat Deca Bear? My sister's nickname is Sarah Bear. I don't know if I could do it. I really like bears. They're so cute. Wild living types tend to consume as much fat as possible for calories. Like, they will literally dip stuff in duck fat. No shit. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. I wonder what kind of bear they eat in Japan. Only things I know about bear meat is what I learned from the Silver Fang anime. Was it legit? Deca Bear, I love you. I grew up around bear, driving to school and home from school. We'd see black bear every once in a while, and they were just so cute and kind of silly. Like, they're usually crawling to the top of a tree that's not strong enough to hold them, so the tree's literally, it's Winnie the Pooh, it's true, but it's black bears dangling off the tips of trees. They're just precious. They're barely as big as a Labrador dog. Like, they're not, I don't know. They're more just aw than ooh, but you don't ever get between them and their babies. Like, I still wouldn't fuck with a black bear, but I didn't grow up like around grizzlies or anything like that. I don't think I saw Silver Fang. Hold on, I gotta Google it. Oh, wait. I think I watched some of this with Eliza. This looks so familiar. Was it a manga? I also might have read the manga. It might be in my bookshelf. I don't know. This looks crazy familiar. I just Googled it and I'm just looking at some of the pictures. It looks super familiar. I might have to check it out. I saw one video where a fox got killed in a trap this guy made for something else, and he decided to cook it and not waste it. Good for him. I don't believe in wasting things. If you killed something, if you took something's life, use it. 100% believe in that. He said it was extremely tender, but like rabbit almost, but more bitter. I wonder if that's the predator, like that's the gaminess. I wonder if that's the predator aspect. I don't know. I've eaten alligator, but that literally tasted like chicken. I can't even tell you. It was like the most moist, tender, fall apart in your mouth chicken I've ever had in my entire life. In Florida, gators are like a problem. They kill them for meat. They farm them. It's crazy. And I had gator. It was delicious. I've had frog, but it was so small. I feel like it was like eating clam strips. You know what I mean? Where like you're aware there's a clam in there, but like it's crunchy deep fried shit, really. It's a delivery system for whatever your dip is. The frog I had was not big. I'm trying to think if I had emu. I feel like I have. There was a restaurant in Arizona where when I used to visit my grandparents, and they served like emu and alligator and all this weird stuff, and I think I might have had emu at one point. I had gator when I was in Florida. I don't remember. I've had ostrich. Definitely had ostrich. Very oily. Reminded me of duck, kind of. Just like super greasy. I love consuming bears. My context is significantly more fun. I believe that, and I'm probably more on your page than the eating of the bears page, probably. It tastes like chicken, but feels like fish. Frog does? See, the ones I had were so small, they must have been legs or something. Literally, you had almost no texture. Just slightly wet? Interesting. Not moist, it was wet? Do research. Anime is not a trusted source. That's my disclaimer for the day. Anime has some decent lessons, but usually it's about like friendship and being nice, not necessarily about what to eat. However, there are some really good YouTube channels that have like recreated Ghibli food, like food from Spirited Away, and those are fantastic. I will watch those any fucking day. I think I might have had snake. I think I had like rattlesnake or some sort of snake when I was in Arizona, and it tasted like chicken. It was meh. It wasn't anything I'd like aim for. Have you ever tried an emo? I honestly, by the time I was out of school, like emo wasn't a thing until I was in college, and it was just like it's like eating veal. It's just like the concept of it kind of freaks me out. You know what I'm saying? But a nice goth, a nice aged goth. I'm very down for that. With a clean genital sac. Yep, I'm here for that. Emu is a little like beef. No shit, is it red? Is it red meat? Weird. So it must be like, well, their legs are so big, I guess you would cut it into like steaks. You had baby alligator? What's the difference? Like, was it literally an alligator like this big on a stick, like fucking Waterboy style? It may be fucked up, but holy hell, you guys ever ate watching Hannibal cook in the TV show? Honestly, I have. It's a very weird experience. Yes. Zebra? You had zebra? Well, I hear, aren't there places in the world, a lot of places in Europe, I think, eat horse. It's very normal. I think the US is the only place where we're like, eating cows and chickens and ducks and this list of animals is totally okay, but horses, how could you? I think we're like the only place. Shut the fuck up. It was living? No, I couldn't do that. I've seen people eat like living squid and living octopus. I can't. Nope. No. That's too much for me. That is too much for me. I want it to die first. I don't want my mouth to be the death. You know what I'm saying? Why does everything taste like chicken? I think it's like, I don't know. That's a really good question. I have no idea. Why is it such a good reference? Seriously, Lizzie, I hope we can go to Florida someday and I'm going to eat alligator with you and you're going to be like, why does this taste like chicken? I can't tell you. Like, I literally had gator nuggets and it was like the most tender, moist, amazing chicken nuggets of my life. I don't know what else to say. That's what texture, everything. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe it's like our only reference for that kind of like, maybe because everybody's had chicken, like it's the major fowl we consume. Maybe. Boom! It's the same reason ancient peoples had no word for blue. You have no point of reference, so you just compare it to the familiar. That's literally exactly it. Yeah. I don't know. I have no it's my only point of reference, and it really does, though. I held it like a baby. Stop it. Stop it. You didn't eat it, though. Oh my god, thank fuck. I thought you were saying you ate a baby gator. Oh my god. You got to hold a baby gator? Okay, that's pretty cute. I couldn't either. I've seen people, I guess it's a delicacy to, like, get served an octopus as alive, and they chop its legs off and let you put it in soy sauce, and it wiggles. I'm good. I don't wanna feel anything moving down my throat that's not, like, a dick. I'm out. I'm fucking out on that one. Nah. Is horse meat really lean? So it's more like deer then? Is it like deer? Deer can be very lean and very, very gamey. It's good, though, if it's made right. Venison? Seen an old boy when the octopus being swallowed whole. The actor is actually a vegetarian Buddhist and cried afterwards. Wait, did the actor actually do it? Wait, did the actor actually swallow an octopus? And why would they do that if they were a vegetarian? That scene fucked me up. You just reminded me of it. How dare you? Why did you just remind me of that? How dare you? That's fucked up, dude. I mean, what a committed dude, but I'm not a hundo vegetarian. I would have straight up been like, no. I'm not eating a whole octopus. You can eat my ass. That's fucking weird. No shit. The horse girls at my school went through it when the horse meat scandal happened. I believe it. I mean, I grew up as a horse girl. I don't want to eat a horse, but I'm sure if I had the same relationship with a cow, I wouldn't want to eat a cow. Meat is meat is meat. As fucked up as that is, it really is. Kill the thing, right? Fuck, just kill the thing. For my sanity and the poor thing. Like, I am all for eat meat. I don't think everyone in the world should be a fucking vegetarian. I don't think that's a fair request of anybody. But for fuck's sake, kill it. What the fuck? Unless you're in a survival situation. That is just weird. It seems a little sadistic. Like, the fuck? Are you the whale from Pinocchio now? Cows are wonderful, sweet animals, and I still eat beef. Same. I do. We owned a couple cows when I was a kid. We took care of them for a short amount. We rescued them from a terrible, like, hell farm. And they were sweet and kind, and I think they're actually pretty darn intelligent and can remember each other and stuff. But beef is still wonderful. I just try to shop organic and responsibly, and I don't eat it that often. I think it's established I didn't like beef at the point, so it didn't phase me very much. But a whole ass supermarket feeding people horse under the guise of beef is a big deal. There's been a couple of restaurants that got busted for I don't know if it was beef to like horse to beef to horse, but it was definitely selling something as beef and it was not beef. Multiple times. I don't know what the meats were identified as, but that's happened multiple times across the world, I think. You can't even say that's like one area. Like, exactly, don't make me burn a fucking cephalopod in my stomach with acids. It just seems like the worst. Why? I don't see how something being alive is going to make it taste better either. You're not going to convince me. That's weird. It's got to be a sensory experience. You know, like some people are like, ooh, the textures. But instead, it's the sensory of, like, I don't know. I can't. There's no reason. I don't get it. I don't get it. Kill it. Fucking kill the thing. Just seems fucking weird. It's like like you're fetishing at this point, right? You want to feel it crawling down your throat and suffering. You like to think of it dying slowly. That's all I can come up with. Did they bounce back easily? That's crazy, actually. If you eat squid, you shit black ink. You know, normally they remove the ink sac and the beak before they serve you squid. But honestly, I wonder if you, like, I know they, like, color pasta. They use the ink as, like, a colorant in some sauces and pasta and stuff. Is that... Do you shit black? That's a good question. I don't know. 100%. False advertising is disgusting. That's the worst part of it. My dad was stationed in Yuma. There was a restaurant my mom and dad went to that was serving canned dog food, passing it off as people food. Was it good? I mean, ew. I don't have any, like, squid ink on hand, though. Do you? Is that, like, something you guys keep in your in the cupboard naturally in the Brits? Is that a thing? I don't think is it. Should I have squid ink in my? Am I missing out? I know. I'm even when they didn't know. Was it good? Did they go? I mean, if it's not poisonous and it tasted good, who am I to fucking say? Lots of kids eat dog food like fucking weirdos. Squid ink pasta. Does it have a taste? Is it like iodine-y? And do you shit black? That was our question. They liked it? Cool. That was all I was wondering. Like, I wouldn't, as long as it wasn't like rancid and gonna kill me, like it's kind of gross to think about, but if it tasted good and it wasn't poison, I wouldn't be too mad. I mean, I'd be mad about the false advertising, but at least I'm not gonna die. I'm sure you guys have seen Hell's Kitchen. Some of those episodes, those restaurants that just have like rotted food on rotted food on rotted food with like rats and cockroaches fucking on the food and they're serving it to people. As long as it's not that, I'm good. Know what I'm saying? I want to squirt ink at people when I want. Imagine, like, not even squirting ink at people. Imagine if you could just, like, cough a black cloud in the air and just exit before it clears. That'd be amazing. Is it a bit saltier? I always wondered because I think the squid ink is like pure iodine or something. It's really, really high in iodine. And I don't, I feel like I've had something high in iodine. Maybe it had squid ink in it or something when I was traveling. And it had a very specific flavor. I couldn't even, it's almost metallic. Maybe it's like salty metallic, but not blood metallic. Not like eating blood. I've done that too. Blood sauce is just amazing. Doesn't taste like blood. But you know what I mean? It's almost like a metallic something. The iodine. I don't know what it was though. But I didn't shit black. But I don't know if I had enough to really know. If you eat enough squid ink, kind of like the panic the morning after eating a lot of beets, that's what I'm thinking. Or you remember when Burger King, a few years ago, Burger King was selling like a Halloween burger that was black, like a black bun, and the burger was green or something. And everybody was either shitting violent green or black poop, just like midnight black poop. And it scared the poop out of everybody. It scared everyone shitless. And it was something like that. I don't know if it was iodine. I have no idea what they used to dye it, but it was fucking funny. I don't go to Burger King, so I didn't get to experience it. I don't remember the last time I went to Burger King. The fake charbroil flavor they put on everything fucks me up. It's gross. Smells weird. Smells weird. Right? It's not irony like blood, but it's something. I don't know. Iodine. I guess it's iodine-y, if that's a flavor. Some people eat old meat because someone has to win when you're the dumbestest award. I mean, aged beef and shit. People eat like hella aged beef. I don't know what the difference is between letting something rot and aged beef, but I'm not a smart person. I had a bunch of green Apple Jones soda once and was peeing green. Stop. My mom, she told me this story. Obviously, I wasn't alive, but she was in college and she was broke as fuck. So she was living off baby carrots and she said her skin literally took on an orange cast. Like, she didn't turn into she wasn't like orange, but she definitely had an orange cast to her flesh. Like, people were asking her if she was fake tanning or something. And apparently there's something to it. Like, if you literally consume a ridiculous amount of carrots, like, it's all you're eating, you turn orange? I don't know. I wasn't here. I was but an egg, waiting to drop. It was a shitty situation, but shh. It's so cold. The snow is just piling my house. I can hear it. I wonder what's in the green Apple Jones soda that made you piss green, though. That's like if you eat certain ice cream, you shit blue. Yes, I think so. Like the cotton candy or bubblegum ice cream or something like that will make you shit blue. I've never shit a fun color. I feel like I'm missing out. My Don't Go Blind meds can make you pee pink, but it's not blood. It's not blood. It's not blood, right? It's like part of the pill. Dry aging is one thing. Like rotting meat. Rotting meat is literally another. See, I don't know the difference, but to me it's like, okay, so one you like rotted in a special freezer and one just rotted. I don't know. I'm not a smart person. Steak's tasty if you get a good one. If you cut the mold off when dry aging, the inside is sealed and safe. Oh, so it kind of encapsulates the meat then. I can understand that. No, that makes sense. No, that makes sense. I totally get that. It's like cheese. It's basically what they do with cheese, right? Like there's the rind that is just the moldy layer that develops on the outside. Some people remove the rind, some people don't. All y'all that aren't eating brie rind are really missing out on life. They call it high meat. Like rancid rotted meat. High meat? No. No, don't do that. Please don't age your own meat. Please Please rot responsibly. No. If you didn't know what it was, it sounds hella fancy. That is fucking nasty. No. Abso-fuck no. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Y'all want to know more about dinosaurs? I think dinosaurs are fun. I found a paleontologist who streams on Twitch. Guy is great, like actual paleontologist. Really? That's fucking dope, though. Dinosaurs are very interesting. Let me get my meat with extra bacteria. I like that questionable tang around the edges. Oh my god, do you want to give me his link? We can raid him because it's almost. I mean, it is. I went an hour late because I started an hour late because I had to get coffee. But I need to take my dogs out because they're getting antsy. We can raid paleontologist person. I'd love to do that. I think dinosaurs are the coolest thing. I grew up watching Littlefoot, The Land Before Time, which now makes me cry like a bitch. But someday my sister and I are gonna get matching tree stars tattoos. Someday. Oh, my question from earlier never got answered. Does sand evolve into glass or does it form into glass? Does geology evolve? So I know for a fact that lightning can literally hit a beach and cause glass to form. So therefore, is it natural? Because I know that we can manufacture glass at this point. But I know, like, we've all seen Sweet Home Alabama or whatever, where that one guy, like, makes a business out of lightning sand. Like, it's obviously not that common, I don't think. But it does happen. Like, that's a legit phenomena, right? Thank you, Viata. I'll be your parasocial Valentine as your stream title requested. Thank you, Theory of Games. I appreciate that. I made everyone be my Valentine. Because Valentine's Day is a stupid holiday. Today is half price candy day. Don't forget to pick up your half price candy at your local Walgreens or whatever fucking corrupt pharmacy you have nearby, because I've learned they're all terrible. Get your half price candy. It's a stupid holiday that's man-made to sell stupid shit. Zach has a really good saying. If anyone you know has a piece of jewelry that's heart-shaped, it was given to them by a man, probably. It's a terrible saying, but like, no, it doesn't even look like a real heart. It looks like an ass bent over with someone with no knees. But I made you all my Valentine yesterday, and we hung out and we played Boyfriend Dungeon, which I want to do more of tomorrow. I can't believe I made my ass go numb today. Jesus. Did sand make glass at the beginning of the earth? Well, sand is made out of, like, the particles of rocks. So really it'd be like, did glass make rock? Is glass a rock? I mean, technically, glass could, like, turn into a powder that could be sand that could be turned into glass again, right? So maybe it's like, not all sand is glass, but all glass is sand. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I got it. Oh, fuck. He's talking about cool dinosaurs. Oh, I'm very excited. Let's go talk about dinosaurs. I've always felt like I'm a T-Rex. Big mouth, fat ass, tiny arms that are useless. I evolved. It's destined. Is glass a sandwich? Is glass a taco? Is glass a hot dog? We have questions now. We have questions. All right, we're going to raid a paleontologist, go learn about dinosaurs. I'm going to take my dogs in the snow and try not to freeze to death. Thank you all for hanging out with me today for chit chats. As always, awesome conversations. I learn things from you every day, but also with this game. This game is hella fun. I'm glad we paused it where it is because it's a good save point. This game, it's ridiculous, but I'm having a really good time. I don't know how else to say it. It's very fun. We'll play more. I'll see you on the morrow. Don't forget to fucking take your joy, clean your bong and drink some water, brush your teeth and wash your hands. Always good habits to hold deep within yourself. Hygiene's important. As Viata said, many adults need some hygiene in their life. We've learned. Let's go learn about dinosaurs, I guess. I'm going to cheers with you guys real quick. Hold up. I tried to copy and paste and be smart about it, and of course I failed myself. All right. Cheers, my dudes. I almost went back into the game. It would have been a terrible time. Be safe and I love you and stay classy. See you tomorrow, guys.